Judaism history, whatever the case may be, I kind of lean a little bit more towards agnostic.
Well, I would deport
Really?
you. I would just deport you with all the like non-Christians.
I mean, number one,
I don't really give a shit if it's white or not. I only care if you're Christian.
yeah, but you're brown, so you wouldn't be in that position to begin with in my nation and
Yeah, but
my
this is what I'm
ideal
saying. Do you
society.
think that America is a Christian nation or no?
I think America is a predominantly Christian nation, but I think that we've opened our borders to,
Do you think that it was? Yeah, but wait, open their borders to people like you. You're a non-Christian.
I'm not saying I'm a non-Christian by any means. I believe in Jesus
You
Christ.
said that you were an agnostic, and agnostic is antithetical to being
That's
Christian.
not what I said. I said as I've learned more, I kind of lean a little bit more agnostic, but I still believe in Jesus. I pray to Jesus. I read the Bible, etc.
So you don't believe in Christ, or you do?
I believe in Jesus, but as I learn more, it becomes harder to believe.
Why?
I think.
Wait, before we get there, before we get there, because it'll be a long form conversation. Let Skyly go real quick, because she came up, and then
Yeah,
we'll
I
get into
apologize.
that.
I apologize.
You're good.
Oh, I looked at your stuff on here, and I was just joining into. I was just wondering, like why is authoritism, or I'm butchering that name.
Authoritarianism
bad? Is that what it says? Why is that bad?
Yeah, why is authoritarianism bad? Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that one. Like the other stuff I was looking at, I was like, yeah, but that. Why do you not think it's bad? Just asking.
Yeah, because I don't think that a prospering society is one that is like morally decaying, right? I think that for a prospering society, if someone is a true nationalist, they want to see their people not only have economic prosperity, but they also want to see them have like moral virtue. If you just have economic prosperity without moral virtue, you're no different than like Jewish. And if you just have moral virtue and no economic prosperity, you just have a society of a bunch of really good people that are starving. And neither of those things are beneficial.
So are you Christian? Sorry, I'm just confused. I just don't know.
I'm inquiring into Eastern Orthodoxy, yes.
Okay, so you think like you believe in God and like Jesus and stuff like that? Okay.
Of course.
I understand. For me, for that, I would just like I just started reading the Bible like literally like 2 weeks ago, and I've always considered myself
the belief in Eastern Orthodoxy is that God is an essence. God is an essence, of a very distinct essence, right? That is his nature.
I feel that the only, as of right now, I feel that the only way that I could believe in God and like, believe like he's my God is say God is real and the Bible's, correct and everything like that. Mm-hmm. It might be that there is something higher than God, and not that God knows that. If this is gonna sound really crazy, not that even God that knows that, but it's like out of his reality. So like he has his reality.
But that would be a contradiction. It'd be a syntax error, right? Which just means like the word God means specific thing, right? Which means it is the superior and creator of all things.
Of this, yeah, I understand that, but in the higher complex,
no, of all creation.
Yeah,
the only problem, he is the creator of all creation, so that means that there wouldn't be able to be anything above him.
The reason why I have a hard time believing that is just because, so you're telling me that, and it's okay. I just want to know. So the Bible is telling me that God created everything and us, and like when we die, we go to heaven, and he created the rest of the universe for as big as it is, and for as big as it is and as much as we don't know, because there's a lot more than we don't know and understand, right? That everything was made just for us to go to heaven is my problem so far with
everything was made for us to exist, to be able to explore, to be able to gain knowledge, all of these kind of things, right? These things weren't created for us to be able to go to heaven, right? These things were simply just created for us. And when you understand that the idea of God creating this like vast universe, like let's just go with like, everything that like modern science says and all of this stuff, right? Like we have a vast universe, it's ever expanding, all of these kind of things, right? Let's just say that to be the case. Yeah, it actually gives a more poignant message that we live in this vast universe, that we're the only created beings that are here in order to experience it. It was something specifically crafted for us. I mean, think about the finest of houses that you could ever have it for your loved one, or like your husband, right? Could have like crafted for you, right? Like in the future. Beautiful house, a beautiful palace, multiple rooms. You can navigate and you can see the beauty and the effort that he put in to be able to make this house for you.
which
That you live in, the house you live in is the universe. Vastness is for your capability to be able to explore and see the beauty. And it was all made specifically for you, which shows you matter, which disproves nihilism.
I can understand that, what you're saying, but for what you're saying is why I'm not understanding why your authoritarianism, sorry, I can't
authoritarianism.
say that.
Yeah, your authoritarianism, bro. You got that authoritarianism?
Yeah, right. Is kind of like, for me it feels contradicting, because if that were true in your eyes, then why would you want someone? I mean, God created us to have
what, free will?
Free will, yeah. So that's what, what I mean?
In authoritarianism, that doesn't mean that individuals still aren't capable of being able to do evil, which evil, like I explained earlier, is just choosing not to cooperate, right, with God, right? Choosing not to act in a manner that would be in alignment with God, right? But what I would say is,
but I thought, from my understanding from the Bible is that it's, yes, there's the sins and like these set of rules, right, that he wants you to follow because that is what's right, but he gave us that.
Trying to explain to you about free will.
Yeah,
just because we have free will and individuals are capable of being able to not cooperate with God, under authoritarianism, it just means that the state is not promoting for people to be able to do these evils, right? That's the difference. Mm-hmm. And this is in the Bible, and I'll read it to you because you said you're on Genesis and you're just starting to read the Bible. Romans chapter 13, it's one of my favorite verses. It's actually the explanation of, through the Christian understanding of what the duties to the state are. It's a very poignant verse. Okay. Romans chapter 13, verse 1 through 8, I believe it is. It's the Roman 1. 13. Says, let every soul be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and the authorities that exist are appointed by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authority resists the ordinance of God, and those who resist will bring judgment on themselves. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil. Do you want to be unafraid of the authority? Do what is good, and you will have praise from the same. For he is God's minister to you for good, but if you do evil, be afraid. For he does not bear the sword in vain, for he is God's minister, an avenger to execute wrath on him who practices evil. And then if we look at what that means, it's taking from the Septuagint, which is in Greek, and we look in the footnotes as to what that means, what it's saying is, to defy the civil government is to defy God, for God works in and through the governing authorities. This principle holds true only so long as the civil ordinance is not in opposition to God. but promotes good works. When civil rulers are in direct opposition to God, the believer must follow God. So my position is just simply stating the ruler should be not in opposition to God, should be in cooperation with God, okay, so that we can have a civil society that is understanding that they should obey the state. Right now, you hear it all the time. People justify criminal actions that they'll do, theft or violence or any of these things, and their excuse will be, dude, look at all of these, look at the people in the government, look at the Epstein files, and they're concerned about this person that's a criminal. And I agree, they're corrupt. So, like, how are they even in a position to be able to be a proper civil authority if they're corrupt top down? Nobody's going to want to abide by that as a result of it. But what I'm asking for is we make the civil authorities in cooperation with God, and therefore not promoting evil, but instead promoting good works, promoting things that are in alignment with God, as opposed to things like pornography, as opposed to things like homosexuality, as opposed to things like transgenderism, all of these things that are in direct opposition to God. That is a state that is not promoting good works, they're promoting evil. And that is antithetical.
Dissuade people like us or by showing up, because we're going to show up. And
yeah, but like I'm saying, you have to do it because honestly, they want that. They want you to come with the open carry, and they want it to be set off, but so they can shut it down and just be like, hey, no more elections in this area. What you need to do is come in and have a lot of restraint. Like, you can't just go, you have to get your vote no matter how it happens. Like I said, 40, if you can show up with 10 people, you're good.
But we're talking about Democrats that are very...
I'm talking about Democrats too. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let me clarify this. Let me help you understand this. What detectives...
as it's created. I think that's the proper framework. Oh, he's gone.
Okay, so how would science know that what that is?
Where is science?
No. That is someone said, he said this. That is hearsay. How do you prove what he said physically? And that is that is where DNA structures, chromosome structures, formations, all take strains, occur. And that is where science thing. The rest of it was hearsay. He said this, she said this. So understand how that.
Mine's not hearsay. It's backed up by
said this. She said this.
as well.
Prove
but I do want to
prove it.
one second. One second.
Playing around.
I do want to take a second to bring in SVS Jish. Welcome in. Could you answer these 3 questions?
3 questions. Let's see. What is the nature and name of the most powerful entity currently conscious? Well, for me, it'll be God, basically, or specifically the Christian God, which is a trinity of beings. But what happens when you die? Nobody knows for sure. But I assume that you're judged in some way and purified or sent to a better place. And then which religion is true? I mean, I think Christianity is like ultimate truth, but I think there's elements of truth in most religions probably.
Okay, and I assume you're Catholic, or?
I'm just a Christian. I mean, I probably lean more like Orthodox if I had to. But I'm not like officially an Orthodox like member or something. But I think their general understanding is probably the most accurate, probably.
I got you. Thank you. Okay, yeah, we can go open panel. And I'll say, I think that there is. I'll give my opinion. I think there is the Holy Spirit, the Father, and the Son, but I don't think they're the same entity. I think they're 3 separate, and I think that they are only 3 of many entities, but they are important 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the semantics matter, but I think for the general population, they probably don't matter as much as the general population makes them out to be, if that makes any sense. Like,
I just like Jesus, man. Period.
yeah.
Let me ask you guys a simple question. You'll all believe there is some God out there, right?
Say again.
You'll all believe there is a God.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, where does your belief come from? Does it come from a religious book? Does it come from?
Well, I would
Where
say
does
it
it
comes
come
from a personal relationship in some
So,
way. I
so
mean, that's not something that you can prove to other
See,
people. But
that's a bunch of bullshit. When you see,
well, how's
I'm
that?
I'll tell you, I'll tell
How
you what.
could you? Well, how could you prove that in a court of law or anything else?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. So, firstly,
The beauty of Earth is
hold on.
Hey,
Give me a second to answer him. Give me a second to answer him.
Let's let everybody
I asked
speak.
him a
B. Let's
question.
let professionals speak as well. Okay.
So
Yes, go ahead, professional.
And what's your religion profession? Since you said I'm a white boy or whatever.
Okay, so anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. Let's not be racist now.
Well, he's the one who brought it up, so I just want to see how that. I don't even think white's a real thing, but that's why I'm asking. What does he mean by that?
I just want to prove my point. If you want to talk about religion and all that fun stuff, you can.
Okay, so
you would carrot.
We'll say again.
So
I didn't hear what you said, buddy. Say it again.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Okay.
What are you saying, bro? What are you saying?
If you dropped a puzzle in the world, right, and it just magically fell into place, wouldn't it be perfect?
I don't know what you're trying to get at, but okay.
What do you mean?
Somebody had to create the puzzle, so that's step
how
one.
beautiful is the world? Can you just drop a puzzle in the world and it's just like perfect like that? You just drop it like that?
I mean, maybe if you did it a million times, it might be
maybe
one
a
time
million times, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, there's an AI puzzle
like
which
a
does
miracle,
that.
Right?
There's an AI puzzle which does that. There's also an AI chessboard which moves the same way automatically.
So what's your religion, B? What's your religion?
I was born Catholic. My kids. I never wanted to influence what my belief is on anybody else. My kids, they go Christians. They go confirmation, etc., etc. But I am a complete atheist. Complete.
Yeah, well, did you know that atheism is a religion?
I would think so.
Right.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
you have a problem with other religions, but yet you yourself are religious. So I think that's kind of bizarre.
No. I don't have any problem with any religion.
Well, no. You obviously do because you just said that's stupid.
No, I'll tell you what. My entire thing is when we start talking about, and here's I'll tell you. Here's the funny joke about it. When an atheist starts talking, and he says, "This is kind of what I believe," and just because someone comes from what is called a recognized religion, you think like, oh, okay, no, let me correct you, and then you say something else. But hold on, aren't you saying exactly what I'm saying to you, which is
well,
that
let's go back to what you asked me.
You're
Hold
discounting
on.
You're
Let's go back
discounting
to
my religious belief, and you're making me say
No.
that my religious belief is wrong because
Let's
your
not.
religious
Let's.
belief
You're
is
now you're
right.
being dishonest because look, here's the thing.
No,
Here's what the thing
that's
is.
why
No.
I laugh at everything, and I'm very honest about it.
You're not honest because here I'll tell you why you're not honest. Because you asked me a question, I gave you an answer. You said that's stupid, and then I said, "Why is that stupid?" You haven't given an answer. So
no, I did, and then I said actually gave you another word for it.
So why don't you put it into simpler terms? Because maybe I'm too stupid.
So that everyone knows what you're talking about. Give me that statement, that question again.
No, you said you asked me a question about my religion. I explained how I know it's true, and then you said, "Well, that's stupid."
And what was the exact context of that statement? What is your question about?
You're the one who asked me, how do I know it's true? And I said, because I have a personal relationship with God. You
And
said
what is the
that's
context
stupid.
of what I said? It this didn't happen. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, because your statement to me. So if I answer that question to you in this manner, which says, "Yep," and yeah, to your context of that statement, I completely believe that you were infactual and wrong. So I said it was bullshit,
Okay.
wrong,
So,
whatever.
so wait, you
You
have
see,
a, wait.
that's why I asked
Okay,
you.
you got to let
That's why
other
I asked
people
you in a
talk.
very
Let's take it
specific
one,
way.
let's take
Ask
it one
you
point at a
B,
time.
B,
Don't
let them
context
don't
of
talk one
everybody.
at a
filibuster.
time, B. You need to
Just
finish.
do one thing at a time. Okay.
One
So
thing
All
at a
be
time.
lawyers
so
here, my
you said
friend.
that you have a
You can all be
belief.
lawyers here. You know.
Hold on. You said you have a belief. You said you have a belief, right?
Mhm.
That I'm wrong. Okay.
In what?
So,
And what
so
was
you have a belief. Do you have faith that I'm wrong?
all I need to have is an opinion that you're wrong. And as long as I have that in Canada or in North America, that is valid.
What does North America have to do with it? I'm asking you.
But the point is,
You're saying that you think it's stupid, and I'm saying, do you have faith or do you have a
in
belief
North
that I'm
America,
stupid?
it doesn't make a difference whether you're right or you're wrong. I just have the right to
So
believe
you're
that you're
just a
wrong.
nonsensical person that has no. You're just making statements that have no volition to it, that have no meaning to it. You're just like I prefer to be an atheist. So you're dumb.
Would you
I mean,
mind
that's the level.
restating? Would you mind restating your statement, which you're so kind of dying?
No, I'm not going to play your dumb game because you're
So
not even
I'm not
playing.
either.
You're not
I'm not
even
either.
playing fair.
That's why I'm
You're not
either.
even. You're
That's why
just
I
making
am
up
not
nonsense off the top of your head.
That's why I am not either playing your
Which
dumb
is fine. Okay, great.
So-
So be an atheist, which is another religion, and say that other religious people are stupid because you can't understand it. I mean, that's then why are you even here? What is that all you have to say about it?
That's why it's called.
So
Did you read the top?
is that the
Okay,
debate? Is it wait? Is this how you're debating? You're
move your eyes to
stupid.
the left.
Therefore,
Move your eyes to the
wait,
left.
wait,
Move your eyes to
are
the
you
left and move it up.
Is this your
And read in
argument?
English,
Wait, hold
in
on.
this
Is
big
this your
bold letters,
is this
what
your
is written
argument?
up there? What's written
Hold
up
on.
there?
Is this your
Right on top.
argument?
It's the first two.
You're
and it's only two words.
stupid.
It's only two
Therefore,
words.
atheism's
The first
true.
starts in R, the second one starts in D. Can you read those two words?
I honestly don't understand anything you're saying, to be honest with you.
Can you read the two words?
Really
Thank
quick,
you.
really quick.
Thank
I'm
you,
just really
Professor.
curious. 1 second, B. 1 second. I'm just really curious with SV. It looks like you have a Jinn and Buddha in your profile picture, but you said you're Christian. What am I looking at?
Well, I think it's pretty accurate to how like a Christian would view the world, right? Like you have this like evil thing trying to tempt you to do things, and then you're trying to be in a meditative state and not fall into the traps. So I think the picture's still accurate for Christianity, in my opinion.
I see. No, I agree with that, and I would argue that Jinn are a form of demons from Christianity as well.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And again, it doesn't mean that they can't ever do something that might be helpful to you, but again, everything comes at a cost, right? And God's the only one that has the ultimate, tally on everything, right? So everything else, you can't really trust it because it has everything else is going to have its own, values and different, desires and costs to things, right? So yeah, it's this is why I think that a lot of people fall into occultism and stuff like this, or atheism is kind of like another thing where they say, well, science tell me this, science tell me that. Well, science doesn't really tell you anything. Science is a process. It doesn't actually give you information per se. It gives you context.
Why is it that like if you think
That's the bullshit I've heard from.
Hey, let me talk, man. Don't
B,
cut
let
off.
professional talk. B, you had enough.
What do you mean, man?
What do you mean had enough? Just because someone maybe says something which is contradiction is, dude. I know
like
what I'm
professional
saying.
spoke before you.
Larry, can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead, bud, Professor.
So my whole point is positivity can bring actual health to your life. And if you're negative thinking,
What the fuck is
you're
that?
gonna get negative stuff, right?
Well, I'll give you an example though. Like think of it like this: like deductive versus inductive reasoning, right? Can you find a positive truth or useful truth out of deductive reasoning where it's like a negative view of the world? Like you're trying to take things away and like figure out what's at the bottom of it, right?
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
I'm not even talking about that though. I'm just talking about like, man, you're talking about like, oh, my life sucks. Da, da, da. And then you get negative stuff in your life.
What the fuck are you saying?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I can't understand what you're saying.
Shut up, man. What do you mean? You're rude, boy.
Yeah, but because I can't understand you. It's your accent or something, man. I can't understand what you're saying.
It's all right. Your accent's changing quite a bit too, huh? I noticed that about you.
This is a very interesting panel, actually.
I know, P. What's up, P? What's up, mate? What's up, mate? I thought you were East Indian. Now you're not. Now you're like me, huh?
It is, yes. You can debate.
Yeah, we're trying to find some semblance of truth amongst our varying viewpoints. You know.
Yeah, I
From
mean,
my
most people
perspective-
don't like it being flipped when you start
Hey, what's
talking
up,
about
mate?
accent and
I
shit
thought you
like
were
that,
just
you know.
like me.
And everyone understands what everyone is saying, so it's just that
all
the
right.
little like, oh, I don't understand you bullshit, and I just
Buddy,
love giving it back
what
to
do you mean?
you at that
What do you
moment.
mean?
Man.
I thought we were on the same
No harm,
page.
brother. No harm. No, all peace and love, man.
I thought we were on the same page.
We could be, but it
What
all
is
depends
wrong
if you're
with
going to
you?
sit down and
I
have
thought
the
we were
butter
on the
chicken
same
with me.
page. We're both scammers. Come on.
Hey,
but
Lena,
I
Lena,
tried butter
request
chicken.
I
Butter
see your
chicken
cross.
is very delicious.
Yeah. Come. Auntie's made the curry ready.
Come on. I
love
curry.
butter chicken.
Curry's my favorite. Curry's my favorite. My favorite. So good. Number one. Number one food.
Yeah, you're definitely the most Indian Catholic I've ever heard of. That's for sure.
So B, you're atheist now, but you were Catholic before.
Yeah, because see, India is in your see. Yeah, I'm not sure where you all guys are from, but
I'm not sure where you're from. That's the
so for example, if you
I
come
was born and
from
brought up in
South
Dubai.
India, or you come from Maharashtra, or you come from North India, or let's say
Is this
East or
like
West.
are these people like AI or something? This sounds like some like AI people talking over here.
I don't know about them, but what I'm trying to say is each place has got a higher markup of whether some people would you say be Hindu, some people would you say is higher Christian. Just because in the older time when the British Raj was still there, a lot of people were converted. You know what I mean? So not everybody is just Hindu and stuff like that. Like to be honest with you, I have never seen I have seen more Punjabis and Sikhs in Canada than I have ever in Bombay.
Yeah,
Right.
Canada is very heavy.
Than I've
especially
ever in
Toronto.
Bombay.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think that that's by design? Like, do you think the British Empire is bringing over Punjabis for some particular purpose?
No. So what happened with the
As soldiers,
Punjabis?
yeah,
No.
I've read
The
that.
Punjabis came here after 1944, because what happened was, India said they're going to help during the fight of 1944 because they were not willing to fight the British issues, problems. Why would they participate? They were promised freedoms, etc., etc. And then a lot of people came here. Some of them migrated, stayed here.
You don't
They
like the
moved.
Punjabi guys, the white boy.
His history is so off the place. You know, it's people have moved all over the
Like
world.
you.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is you guys brought your ethnic conflict with you, did you not?
Yeah,
I don't know about this.
We did.
God is
See, I don't
All
know
right,
about
one
what
second,
conflict
one second,
these other
guys.
old
Oh,
people bought,
they're gone.
these old things bought. It's like saying, your dad did this, so we are going to make sure that you also have to pay for his things.
Your
Who gives?
dad fucked my mom. You're bad. That really?
Yeah, I mean it's bullshit. It's like, today. Here's the thing. In Canada right now, what's going on is this fucking Native American bullshit, right? Okay,
Well,
where
you
they talk
should respect the
reconciliation.
Native
Now,
American.
here's
They
one
are
second.
there
This
before
is
you.
vitally important. I'll tell you why.
They're there before you.
No, I'll tell you why this is so important, because
Oh
if
my gosh.
we are supposedly crown land, which is by the British government, and India was so raped, the actual word, we were really ripped apart, left, right, and center, as much as any other. Why aren't we also then entitled to part of Canada if this is crown land?
I don't know. Why are you here if you don't like it?
I can be wherever
Very
I want to
simple.
be, bro. It's
Very
my
simple.
choice.
It's very simple.
You were deprived from the rights
If you
of
don't like it, don't come here.
your rights to be belonging just like the other people.
Just like the
What was
other people.
promised.
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
did you
The
understand what I've
people.
said? I don't know what he's saying. He's just on one thing. I don't understand what he's saying.
Munding.
So,
Body.
so being very clear. So that's what I'm saying. See, when you
said you double up my criminal record right now. I was born in June 28th, 1999. Prove everybody that I have a criminal record. I have literally not even a single speeding ticket. Oh, God. 6 years old.
Oof, I got caught speeding.
So what criminal record?
You can pull me up. I have many speeding tickets.
Get your something. I think you
What
harassed some
criminal
people
record?
before. Kind of some harassment.
Wait, hold on.
I've harassed.
Wait a minute. Let's jump from.
Kind of
Wait, we have to stick with one slanderous comment at a time. Okay, so you made a claim that this man has been to jail, right? So where did you get this from? How did you come to this conclusion?
It's very simple. We, the people that have
Jews.
Mustafa, no.
Yes.
People in this community that know Mustafa is a guy that have harassed. I'm pretty sure that he has some kind of a restraining order against him too. We have to
Wait a minute. Stop. Wait.
Who's the restraining order against?
Wait a minute. I just told you one slanderous comment at a time. We'll get to some type of harassment in a second.
I don't even know who you are.
You said that you said that this man had been to jail. Okay. So where did you come to how did you come to the conclusion that this man has been to jail? How did you get here? This is a very feminine tactic to slander other men on the internet. It's very weird. So I just want to know, because listen, man, depending on what he went to jail for, you know what I mean? If it was something really nefarious, then we'll just like disavow this man if he's like a huge, weird criminal that does a whole bunch of odd things. So like, I don't want to be around that type of person. So can you please give me the information that you have so I can disavow this man on live stream right now?
Yeah. So we have some rumors around.
Oh, rumors. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Rumors.
Yeah, a bunch of high school gossip bitches.
Yeah.
Like that's not the same thing as saying that you went to
Watch your
jail.
mouth, Bloodman. Who are you?
I'm the non-high school gossiping.
Okay, in non-high
bitch.
school. Okay, watch your mouth. Careful with your words. Don't call them names. I get that. You think you're tough in
Just
the
to be
internet.
clear,
You're not a
who
tough
is
person.
we? People are asking.
Just to be fair,
people
I
are
am a
asking
tough in
who is
person, but
we.
that's something else.
Yeah, but
You're not a
real
tough in
quick,
person, buddy.
people are saying
American?
who is
Are you an
we
American?
every time
Hold on.
he says we. Every time he says we,
He's just talking about Jews.
understand he means Jewish Zionists.
Oh, okay.
That's all he's talking about. The people who literally have the biggest gripe against me because I dog walked them for 3 years straight on their shitty little state propaganda. Right? On your shitty little state propaganda, I dog walked
God
you
bless
all.
Israel. I know
That's
you're
why
mad.
by the way, that's why you're still so obsessed with me that when I made a new account, You found me to continuously come in my lives in
Just like the
hopes that
Yahtzees,
one
we
day
find them
you can
all.
force the
Just like the
debate.
Yahtzees, we find them all. Just like the Yahtzees, including Adolf Eichmann. Look at the guy below me. Who's the guy below me? Steve. Look at the profile
Oh,
picture.
he's got the Goebbels
superior.
profile
Oh,
picture.
got it. Goebbels. Wait. So just like
Yeah,
all the
Goebbels.
Yahtzees and all the Yahtzee supporters, we'll find them and we'll tell the whole world who they are. Like you.
Great.
Okay, well,
because you 100%
by the way,
support
just to be clear, right? You're in a day and age where people openly identify on social media as that. So I think that your job is done, right? I think that you don't need to raise the bells. There are people I'm openly and alive acknowledging, like hello, I'm a fascist, I'm an
Are
authoritarian.
you happy with the H cost? Are you happy with October 7th?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So
Wait, hold up. Two different things.
Why do you have a Yahtzee on your panel?
Media
With the
pivot.
Yahtzee,
Wait, yeah, because guilty by association is gay and fem. Now, anyways, just to be clear, right? Not a national socialist. I'm a fascist. Look more to Mussolini rather than I would mustache. Also, right, October 7th, comparing that to the H cost is a crazy fucking statement just in and of itself. Right? But just because, like, yeah, if you're saying, do I like condone the H cost in the sense of 6 million people being unalived and more, etc., right? Like that term, right? No, I would never promote that.
Did the H cost
condemn that. If you're saying October 7th in the sense of Palestinians resisting against their people, like these people that have literally occupied them and made their lives a living hell and stolen their property and unalived their children for every single month leading up to October 7th, 2023. Because by the way, for anybody that doesn't, 2023 was the deadliest year for Palestinian children prior to October 7th. So if your kids were being killed, are you going to do something about it? Yeah. And I think that sounds rational and reasonable to me. And I don't think that makes me a bad person.
Sky, Sky, before you go, Sky, I just want you to understand through your journey of finding Christ, and I really hope that you do. What you will learn is that just never be a Jew like this individual here, because obviously these people are unvirtuous.
Wait, Jews are unvirtuous?
Don't talk to me, Jew.
I knew it. Look at this guy's crazy. Oh, wait. I can't talk to you because I'm Jewish? Is that
yes?
Wait.
But yes.
Aren't you late to like suck the blood out of like a fucking toddler's wiener after circumcising him or something?
Real quick.
So real
quick. We can get to the message of it afterwards. But no, Sky, I appreciate you coming up. Appreciate you being cordial. I hope that I was able to maybe kind of give you some things to think about. And if you ever have any like further questions when it comes to like Christianity, when it ever comes to like Christianity, you're more than welcome to come back to my platform. And I don't hate anybody.
I'll give you a follow. So if you have another live, we'll continue.
I hate Jews. You should not follow these guys.
Right, bye.
It's pretty sick people.
Later.
So, all right,
you realize how you scratch and claw to try to get people to not listen to people that don't support Israel, and you find yourself
what this guy
that audience of people that you can get to be like, oh my God, they don't like Jewish people, or they dislike Israel. They're terrible people. You realize how that audience is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking? Yeah, the state of society.
Okay, buddy. So here's the thing. The bottom guy, Blunt Man, who's with his dog, and he thinks that he's tough, which is not tough, because one-on-one with me, trust me, it would not be tough. But he thinks that calling me a Jew.
You're a flabby, dysgenic Israeli Jew. What are you talking about?
I'd love for you to tell that to my face. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the bottom line.
I've seen you on camera. You used to have a profile picture on your account. What do you mean?
Mustafa, let me finish. So the guy below me, just a second ago, tried to belittle me.
This is so funny. My name is clearly Mike, and this dude literally insists on calling me Mustafa so that he can try to justify why he acts the way he does against me, to try to be like, oh, this guy's an Arab, or oh, this guy was a Muslim or something. Like, it's literally so funny. Like, the way that you're literally painting the narrative as we speak actively.
There's no narrative. The narrative is that you have people on your panel, like the guy Steven, who had a Yahtzee profile picture. Yeah, the guy below me, Blunt Man.
No, dude, hold on. I'll pull it back up for you.
Hold on. The guy below me, Blunt Man, who said that he hates all Jews, right? The fact that
he does not hate people. He did not say that.
He said he hates Jews. No.
You literally just lied. No.
Oh, so wait. Blunt Man, do you not hate Jews?
He doesn't hate people. No, he doesn't hate people. Nobody up here hates people.
Okay. So here's the thing, right? You have people, Stephen, who is currently admiring a Yahtzee on your panel. What does that say about you?
What does that say about, again, guilty by association?
Oh, look at this guy. Look at the blonde
weird, feminine, gay shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't think you can have that up.
This is just proves my point. Proves my point, man.
I'll get goy. Either I'll get goy beans, either I'll get goy beans, or you'll get goy beans.
Jesus a Jew?
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. He was a modern term.
Oh, so Jesus wasn't a Jew?
No.
Oh,
no.
Got it.
Did you think you did something there?
Bro,
if Jesus was a Jew, if Jesus was a Jew, why did he come to speak against the Pharisees and the Sadducees?
You have a constipated look on your face.
Why did Jesus come to speak against the Pharisees? He was a Jew.
Oh, okay. I don't know. They're familiar with that at all. Be honest with you, I'm not going to go ahead and defend that familiar.
So all you can do is run the regurgitated propaganda of Jesus. All you can do is run the regurgitated propaganda and be like, oh, Jesus was a Jew. You'd be like, oh, Jesus was a Jew. But then when I ask you about the implications of him being a Jew and how that would be antithetical to him speaking against the Pharisees and the Sadducees, which was the Sanhedrin Council, then you all of a sudden go, oh, I'm not really understanding of that. I'm not really researched in that. So you just repeat and regurgitate shit like a very small child, not understanding what you're saying.
Buddy, your savior was a Jew. But here's the thing, right? So
you just double down. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean when I tell you that, like, I spent 3 years putting a collar around your neck with a long leash on the back and just walked you around the park and the community? Because that's what's happening here.
I know you're into putting leashes on people's necks.
It's happening.
I don't roll that way. I don't roll that way.
It's happening again. You're getting dog walked. You're getting intellectually dog walked in a debate.
So I know that you're upset that the Jews, I mean, obviously didn't like that he was preaching stuff, and sadly, they were involved in, putting him to death, right? I know you hate that kind of put it.
They weren't just involved in it. They weren't just involved in it, right? They convinced Pontius Pilate to do it because they threatened that they would cause a revolution or a rebellion against the Romans if they didn't. So they're 100% responsible for it.
I know this adds to your hatreds of Jews. I get that.
Don't hate Jews.
Oh, you don't?
You don't hate Jews.
Okay. Do you support the Holocaust that happened? Okay, did the Holocaust happen?
Did the Holocaust happen? I believe, like anything else in history, it should be questioned, and I'm skeptical of things. Okay. Just like anything else in history, I'm skeptical when it comes to a lot of the arguments around slavery, redlining, right? Okay. I'm questionable when it comes to the arguments around the founding of America.
Your sexuality again, also.
Wait, Espinondo, what do you think about Dresden? What happened in Dresden?
Like an immediate pivot. No, don't even do that shit. An immediate pivot, right? An immediate pivot. You don't even know about Dresden. It's fine, right? I expected you not to. Well, anyways, right, when I tell you that I'm questioning it like any other historical instance, it has reasonable means of questioning.
Sure. I mean, but
okay, what's next?
Do you denounce if it did happen, which it did? Do you denounce it?
Yeah, if 6 million people were incinerated, their bones crushed, masturbation machines, holes in walls. Yes, this is stated in an individual's book. It was in a court document. It was put in the Holocaust Encyclopedia of the 1980s. It was by a man with the last name Solstein. He wrote a book where he referenced that in the concentration camps, they used masturbation machines as a means of torture and even unalivement of Jewish individuals. It's the case. I fundamentally would condemn that. Okay, all of that.
Now wait,
if that was the case, I would absolutely condemn that.
Stephen and Bluntman, do you guys would you guys condemn as well? Would you condemn the whole thing that happened?
I'm sorry. What am I condemning?
Yeah.
If everything that they say about the Holocaust was true, would you condemn?
If everything that the Jews say about it?
Mhm.
Are you listening?
Yeah, sure. If all of those things were true.
Okay. Right. So do you think?
Yeah, I don't really know if I would condemn it. I don't know.
This guy's out of his mind.
I would say
I would need to see the facts. No, I would need to see. I would.
No. He's just Stephen. He's just saying that if definitively it was true.
Definitively, yeah.
If it was definitively true, would you condemn it?
Though I would say, I want to say one thing. Now, while I would reject it,
unless you like what happened,
and while I would say that this seems. Hold on, I'm answering the question that you asked. So while I would say that I disavow these things, I would also say that if your people betray Jesus Christ, it seems like there's probably going to be some bad shit for your lineage in the future. That's all I'm saying, brother.
I'm not your brother, number one. I'll never be your brother, number two. And in fact, number three, I'm probably your enemy. Number four.
Actually, wait. This is the first time you've told the truth on the panel. You don't view us as your brothers because we're just Gentiles to you. We're Gentiles to you, and we're probably your enemies because you actually view us less than and would view us as goys. So you're right.
Clarify.
We're all good goys up here.
And by the way, this is proven in the Epstein files when Michael Wolff, a Jewish man from ABC News Network, emails Jeffrey Epstein in 2017 and says, the war between the Jews and the non-Jews, Jews are presently winning. So you're right. You do view us as an enemy.
Okay,
you do view us as an enemy. Oh yeah. Do the Hasbar. Yeah, do the Hasbar because you did a Freudian slip. No. Please clarify the Freudian slip. That's totally fine.
You keep talking. All right. So yeah, we have no problem with non-Jews. Or me in particular, have no problem with non-Jews at all. In fact, I have Muslim friends, Christian friends, everyone all across the backboard, no problem. The ones
as long as they support you, as long as they support you, as long as they support Zionism,
no, they don't support me.
You're fine with them.
But those
it's weird. Muslims don't like Jews either.
Let me finish. No, there's some Muslims that love Jews. That's not true at all. In fact, there's
just the good goys, right?
What? There's Muslims in Israel that are friends of mine. There's Christians that are friends of mine.
Wait, so again.
People who are black and they are your friends, there are things like, oh, if it's just you and your friend who is black, if you guys are just walking down the street and nothing happens, you got to realize that when you're gone, when you're not next to them, they could get pulled over. They could get harassed by the police. They could get hurt because of the color of their skin. They're just saying be aware of what your presence could inflict on them.
Wait, I totally agree with you, and I'm hearing you out, but I don't mean to cut you off, but they're saying that I'm performative.
I'm saying you're performative because the vocabulary you're using is performative.
What vocabulary?
Saying, when somebody asks you if you're an ally, right, and the first thing you say is, yeah, man, I grew up around black people, that's performative. 100%. And that's also like secondhand tokenizing, if not direct. And that
okay,
in
but
and of
that's
itself
your
is
opinion,
performative.
and you don't
That's
even know
not my
me or who
opinion.
I grew up around.
That's performative in and of itself as well. You cannot sit up here and say that you're going to stand in front of black people and be an ally, and then at the same hand be like, well, that's your opinion. You don't know me, but I grew up with black people, so I'm obviously an ally. That's not how that works. That gives the same, hold on a minute, no one introduced you. That gives the same, offhand of, oh, well, I can't be racist. I have a black friend.
But I didn't say that.
I didn't say you did, but I'm saying that that's the same anecdotal that it's coming off as.
Yeah.
See, I don't just
Give me the
I
same
don't agree with
example.
No, it is the fact that that is what it is used as. It's not about the fact of whether you agree or not. It's just the bold-faced reality that is how people use that. They use it to tokenize individuals. That's like me. That's like if this conversation was about discrimination against Asian individuals, right? And I go and say, oh, well, I have an Asian friend. I grew up around Asian people. I have no issue with them. That doesn't mean anything towards the whole Asian community. I'm talking about a personal experience within a few individuals within my small group. And again, I'm tokenizing them to make myself seem like more of an acceptable ally. You don't need to know a Black person to be an ally of the Black community. You can be an ally off the fact of just
If you
knowing
come off mute
oppression.
again, I'm just
Real
gonna
quick,
drop you.
real quick, I'm gonna get your intro. I'm not. How do I say your name? I'm calling you SV.
SVS.
Am I allowed to talk, or am I going to get
Yes, I'm asking for your
interrupted
intro,
again?
age and race. I'm asking for your intro so you can come into the debate.
My age
Yes,
is
age.
35.
Race.
I mean, I'm European.
Oh my fucking god. You're white. Just say it. Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't think white's a real thing. I think that's a made up term.
Okay. I'm not. That's not like what I'm here to jump into. Somebody was just in the queue. Request back up. I tried to let you in, but you dropped. My point is, Tony, that again, phrases like that are tokenized. With that being said, you do not need to know an individual of a community to be an ally. You should just be an ally off the bold face fact that this shit going on is horrendous and wrong.
The only thing I'm saying is if you genuinely in your heart feel that way, then I implore you to change your vocabulary in the way that you refer to it as.
But why
Somebody
would
has a
someone
lot
want
of
to be
background
your?
noise.
Why
I
would
don't know
someone
who
want
it
to
is.
be your ally when you guys just jump down everybody's throat and like get mad at them for not understanding your
So
language?
nobody asked you the prompt, but I
If-
think I've already got your answer.
If I show you my Millie Rock, will that prove that I'm an ally?
No.
It's no.
That's why I said it was
Because you
pretend.
guys are being very
That's a
condescending to the
performative
people that are trying to like
Yeah, see,
rock
that's
with
what
you.
I'm saying. Like, I
about?
try to
We've been
support
having a-
you, but like you're kind of she's jumping
You
down my
guys have
throat.
been you guys have been very condescending the entire time.
How have I been condescending
How's
when I've been
anybody
explaining things? I'm not doing this with you. I'm trying to get people's intros so we can get further into the debate. You're just choosing to be benevolent.
Well,
Love.
Hello?
Hello? Okay, I can hear you. Age and race.
24. I'm Black.
Okay. I'm gonna go get to the person next to you. Hunter, age and race.
28 years old, and I'm mixed race. I'm half black, half white.
Okay. What do you phenotypically present as?
Nothing.
What was that?
What do you phenotypically present as?
Mixed race.
No,
Black.
you can't
I'm
present
black.
mixed.
I'm
What do you?
black. I'm dark.
Wow,
I'm
you
dark.
guys are really being disgusting right now.
If you were to be quiet for a second,
nobody's
yes, I'm
asking you to be up here.
Nobody's asking you to be like nobody's
Why are
asking
you
to be
judging
here.
people based on how they look?
No
Nobody's
one's judging
judging.
shit. Goodbye. You're turning this into something.
Goodbye, I guess.
If you're gonna kick
I dropped
him,
him. I'm
I'm
not
leaving.
doing
If you're
that.
gonna kick him, I'm leaving. You can bring him
Okay,
back.
goodbye.
Okay,
Y'all
then
answer the
bye.
I don't know what
then
makes y'all
Because
think when he's
honestly,
further.
he's right. I really don't like the way.
Okay, well then
I'm not
stop
doing
telling
that.
us. I don't care.
Okay, then go after your boyfriend.
I'm
I
not.
don't care.
Wayne, I'm sorry. Wayne, age and race. So sorry.
63 Black.
Okay, Devin, age and race.
30 Black.
Okay, Love. How do you feel about the prompt?
I just wanted to hear a couple perspectives. So I know different people can be different allies, and I was wondering if there are people, white people, that don't feel like they're an ally to their own people. And
Can
then
I have a question.
Who is this be? The zombie?
We're all fucking zombies.
What'd you think of that one?
Just a bunch of mindless fucking idiots. That's all we are.
That was like a record, like for me getting kicked off a panel. That was pretty good. I like that. I knew it wasn't going to go anywhere, so I was like, "Oh, let me just go ahead and." Damn, I got him.
Yeah, well, you better buckle up, Buttercup, because it's going exactly the way that they want.
Nah, they no, their whole thing is like they're trying to like make you like get down and kiss their boot, like kiss my boot, bitch. You white boy, you better kiss this boot.
Yeah, well, there's a deeper psyop behind that.
The thing is like I honestly like I was actually trying to help them. I know it doesn't seem like it. It seems like I'm just being a dick, but it's like their whole thing is like it's just like okay, you have to be an ally, and then you say that I'm an ally, they're like, oh, you're not doing good enough. You can't be like that. You gotta be.
You should have went up. Next time you go to one of these things, you gotta work on your gay trans voice. Yes, my name's Clarence, and yeah, well,
I try to save that though. Like you can't just do that every time.
well, maybe not every time, but there's no point to argue with these people because, I mean, in the end, what are you proving other than we're all just a bunch of mindless idiots who don't really understand the politics of which we talk about, whether or not it's politics like what good old Andrew Wilson was doing earlier, which I got kicked from the chat earlier on whatever's chat because I kept saying, Andrew Wilson, we miss you. The machine lines and Neuro Jack come back and talk to us. Eventually made it where I couldn't talk. So, on the whatever podcast, I kept saying, Andrew Wilson, come see us over at Machine Lines and Neuro Jack. And then eventually they made it where I couldn't talk at all on there. And those members on there. Yeah. So the point is,
I was watching earlier the like Christian guy arguing with the Jew. I think he's friends with Andrew Wilson, and I think he's been told like don't let me up or something because he won't let me up. I was waiting for like a long time.
well, they definitely know that a lot of us aren't stupid. I mean, what I was just listening to before I started talking to you now, I mean, that's God almighty, dude. I'm sorry, but even to troll these people, it takes a fucking patient brain to fucking deal with that madness because, I mean, again, all of Thorning is proving that we're easily manipulated and psyoped, and you'll do whatever the current mentality is, man. If you're close to what these people think or what they believe, I don't know, dude. What is it to do to really? Is it to create a civil war like mentality between trans and straight people, whites, blacks? Because yeah, there's evidence of the psyop being everywhere and the psyop not being everywhere. Like, I don't have a big trans problem in my community. I don't have a black man, white man problem in our town or city, So if it is there, it's not everywhere like the LARP, like I want to say it is. But I mean, it's when you go and you listen to that, some of that talk on TikTok, like what we were just hearing.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
that's your future. If that's your future, dude, I mean, it sounds to me like no parent has ever had a conversation, has never. I mean, like with the dad who allegedly just shot his daughter over the Trump stuff. If that's even true, I mean, again, that's the mentality I think behind humans that they're trying to erase, like what they're putting in the Fallout series, and everyone can make fun of it all they want, but I really do think that they're trying to perfect where they can make every single person be completely obedient. Because it's getting to the point, dude, I don't know about you, but that's even half the mentality of what's out here. I mean, how long until those emotions boil over? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think if anything, what TikTok is really made to do and other things like certain panels, not all panels, but certain panels, they're definitely made to get people to either feel safe enough. They feel safe enough to either talk about these things, and they have like no real idea. Like, did half of these people not think that what they're talking about is not being not just recorded by their own chat, but recorded by any any, police or anything else that could be possibly listening there. I mean, it just goes to say, like I said, it's interesting the mentality it takes when you hear some of these people talking. What was their upbringing like to make them really sit here? Oh, like you said, you're basing him on his what was it? You're basing him on his on how he looked. I can tell you, dude, people do it a lot more than you fucking think. You do it a lot more than you think. So I mean,
you gotta watch that.
I found a good one. Watch
You gotta watch that.
Actually, trannies are catching up.
I can't
Okay,
hear you.
I have a question. I'm
Yeah, that's
gonna
not
try.
possible.
There it is. There it is.
He's just
Yeah, there it is. You are a fucking Trumper.
Hey, I just looked at his profile. He's such a MAGA, and he has a post of the conquistadors. Thank you for your service, motherfucker. Get the fuck out.
Hold on.
Hey, Micah, can I ask you a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, can you show Red one picture that you
Yeah,
would think
I'll send her
was
one.
the most
Yeah, I got you.
fucked up thing for my shit?
Okay.
My thing is, he was straight MAGA because he said a lot of things that was MAGA talking points.
Oh, he was
also the one
being mean to you, Mama Red.
He was.
He's also the ones that said that people that haven't stepped forward on the files, the victims, that they're fucking, they need to, or else it didn't happen, more or less. That's what Landman said before.
No, yeah, and he was pushing the robotic narrative that all.
Okay, so we've got a new person. Hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out how to say this person. No, I can't pronounce that. Micah. Shit, Micah's not there. Hello, how do you pronounce your name?
Jish.
SVS.
It's Jish.
Okay, Jish, can I get age, state, and who you voted for?
35, California. I didn't vote the last time, honestly.
Who do you support?
I don't really support either side. I mean, I'm really more of an anarchist than anything else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, welcome.
You didn't
But-
vote during the Prop 50 either?
No.
Well,
Why
I
are
used
you
to
up in
vote.
the street?
I used to vote a lot more, but then everything I voted for never got passed, like about clean air and clean water. So I decided to stop
Did
voting.
you vote for Prop 50?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Prop 50 is, and you're in California.
Wait a minute. I call Cap.
You're in California. I call bullshit.
Yeah, because I call Cap because any anarchist would have excellent praxis, meaning your philosophy is nailed down, your awareness of what's going on in the world would be nailed down. So I call Cap, motherfuckers.
Hold on, Micah. Prop 50. He doesn't know what it is.
Well, it'd be easier to just tell me what
I
it
don't
is.
know a single anarchist without a fully formed philosophical practice.
I understand, but we are not all like other people, so we have to understand that other people have different perspectives.
Jish, if you're an anarchist,
Are you the new
hold
co-host?
on. Jish, if you're an anarchist, what's a zine?
A magazine?
That's what it is, a magazine. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
All right, Micah, I'm back. Yeah,
Especially here in California. Because it was one
Well,
of the
I don't
biggest
hang out with
things
other
just went
people.
through.
Like, I have my own life to deal
So
with.
you don't
So,
watch any fucking anything at all, right? You don't listen to anything. You don't hear anything.
I mean, I don't know why you guys are so angry. I just came up to try to figure out what you guys are talking about. So,
Well, I'm trying to figure out if you're even from California because I know what Prop 50 is because I'm in California.
All right.
So you just happened to come up on the heels of a MAGA, a hostile MAGA. So that's
Well,
why people are a little bit fired up.
I
So
like angry energy panels. It's usually more interesting to like have a conversation.
okay, yes, drama's entertaining for sure, I guess. But do you have the ability to look up what Prop 50 is?
I mean, I do, but you guys could have told me like 3 or 4 times over, you know.
Okay, well, Prop 50 was very important. It was the
let him look it up. Let him look it
Let
up.
him
All
look
right.
it up. He says he's in California. He should be able to find it.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you guys are just gonna be fucking rude, I'll just leave. You know what I mean? Like,
No one's being rude. I've never met an anarchist without a fully formed philosophy. So what school of communism are you a follower of?
well, I mean, are you gonna be more polite instead of like just being like this? Or
I can absolutely be polite. My first goal on this app is education.
Yeah.
I just
I
don't
mean,
like
it doesn't
people
seem like it, but okay.
No, I don't like people
You don't
cosplaying
have to
something
make
that I
snide
care a lot
comments.
about.
You don't gotta make snide comments.
why not? You guys have been making snide comments to me. You can dish it, you can't take it, but you're
Okay,
an anarchist. I mean, I think that's a little weird.
Call me a
we just
bitch
try
and
to
a cunt. I don't
restart?
give a fuck. Like, what the fuck, dude? We're not like, how old are you? First of all,
Well, why does that matter?
I can tell you're young because you're so sensitive.
I don't disagree.
I mean,
I don't agree with that.
I mean, I'm kind of getting
you
into
can
this,
be
but like, I don't want to
young
kink shame you guys because I think you guys are kind of into this, to be honest with you.
Into what?
Okay. He's being
distant.
So let's just
Yeah,
reset.
trying
Let's
to
just
point.
reset. Okay, let's just reset. They asked you what you think about Prop 50, and that's an amendment to the Constitution of California.
Okay. And what's it about like that exactly?
Go look it up.
Do you live in California? I guess the reason they're pushing back and you're getting a little bit of hostility is that it's kind of hard to believe that somebody who lives in California does not
Well, I
know.
told you I used to vote. I used to vote for things, and everything that I thought was important never got passed. So I stopped voting because obviously,
Well, it was one of the
Like
biggest
at what
things that
age?
they were trying. It was yes or no on Prop 50. I'm in California.
okay, and I'm telling you that the corporations are writing all these laws and props in order to screw over the common person.
Oh, so
because
it was a corporation writing thing?
I don't
Is
know
that
about
what
this
you're
one in
thinking?
particular, but the ones that I've seen
Well,
have
maybe
been.
you should go look it up.
I mean, you could have told me in the last 10 minutes. You know, I'm sure it's pretty
But
simple.
that's not the point, Jish.
Yeah,
That's not
but
the point, Jish. Like,
didn't.
I mean, you guys are just trying to
join
like bully and control
didn't
people, and you're saying that you're an
buddy.
anarchist. I find that a little hard to believe.
You didn't
we're
join
trying
this
to
with
we're
good
trying
heart.
to we're trying to find out. So like we just had somebody come up who was completely a liar. And so when we ask you a question,
I mean, but why do I have to
about
prove
where you're
myself to
from,
you guys? You guys need to prove yourself to me as well then, right? Like you guys could just be disingenuous.
What-
A lot of people on this app are disingenuous.
you are in Red's Live. Like you voluntarily came into Red's Live.
Yeah.
Okay, does that mean I get to get bullied for like not knowing
You don't
something?
listen. You don't have to stay. You don't have to stay.
Hold on for a minute. Sus, listen. It's all about being genuine, and it's also about being disingenuous. Prop 50 was to gerrymander the state because Texas gerrymandered to make it so that black people was 1/3 of a person, I believe.
1/5.
So that they're 1/5 of a person to where their votes would not count.
Well, if that were true, wouldn't that
Prop
violate the
50
Constitution though?
No, it did not, because
that's why it was an amendment.
Voted, the one in Texas went against the people because they did not vote on it. Prop 50 was voted on it by the people of California.
Okay, but
And
I
it was
mean,
a-
but
and it was
isn't that against the
approved. It
Civil
was-
Rights Acts to like not count someone's vote based on race? I
And
don't understand how it's possible.
You didn't talk to
seen
Texas
this?
about that because Texas is the one that did that.
And whenever you ever seen this administration actually follow the fucking law?
Or the Constitution.
Well, but you're talking about
for that
California,
matter.
so that's why I'm
Yeah,
confused.
well,
You guys are saying
it
California.
doesn't
Okay,
matter.
once again,
It doesn't matter.
California, the people of California, we the people of California, went and voted to gerrymander to have it to where there would be more seats in Congress and the Senate because Texas went and gerrymandered so that they could have 5 seats, but they were making it to where black people only had, and let me say it one more time, Texas made it to where only black people vote would be 1/3 of a person.
I mean, I don't see how you can possibly pass a law like that in the United States. I mean, I'm not saying you're a liar. I just don't know how that's possible. Because like, how
they
could you
did.
explicitly do that based on race?
Because you don't understand how anything could be possible in this America. Have you not seen the like blatant disregard for the
Yeah, but I'm talking about the
law?
specific instance of what you're talking about. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't understand what you're trying to say.
10-year law enforcement officer and then 4-year paralegal. Are you going to tell me that that is legal? And then not on top of that, I don't think that you're rich, man. I don't think that you're rich. And he is taking away from you.
Well, I've never said I like Trump, but my point is that like you guys are saying
doesn't matter.
What you guys are saying is that you know, they're trying to take votes away from black people. I'm pretty sure you cannot pass a law that explicitly says that.
They did do that.
By the way,
make a suggestion to you, Jish, is that you actually learn some things, like actually learn.
Well, let me
some
ask you
things.
guys a question because it
Instead of going on TikTok and going into lives and stuff, maybe you should actually
what you guys
learn
seem to be
and pay attention
implying-
to the news.
Sure, but let me explain though. Like what you guys seem to be saying is that we should trust the Democratic Party, and I don't understand how you can say that.
No, that's not what we're saying. Not at all.
Never
Not
once
even
said
close.
Democratic Party. Never once said that.
Well, but from my understanding, like weren't the Democrats trying to gerrymander so that they can get a more sort of a stranglehold on California than they already have?
Can I say this?
No, that wasn't a stranglehold. Do you understand that
hold
whole
on.
shit?
Sush, let me say this to you. In Ohio, they did a vote in 2024 to keep from gerrymandering our state. Do you know these dumb motherfuckers voted to have it gerrymandered? These dumb motherfuckers voted to have it gerrymandered.
Okay.
That's how stupid these fucking Republicans are in my state.
But we live in a 2-party system though, right? So like my point is that
No. My state is red, okay? My state is red. Okay? These dumb motherfuckers went out and voted to gerrymander our state. And it was supposed to be vote no to keep it from being gerrymandered. No, these motherfuckers went and voted yes. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you dumb motherfuckers?
Well, you guys in Ohio, you guys
I mean, it messes up. It messes up the black community. It messes up the elderly. It messes up everything. And people that are just blatantly just that stupid that they cannot realize yes and no when they're going to vote. They need to learn to read.
But you guys have that Ramaswamy guy, the JD Vance's
and he's
best
losing
friend,
right now.
right?
He's losing.
Yeah, but I'm saying isn't that the reason why they did it? Isn't that the reason why they're doing it though? Because they're trying to put like weapons manufacturing or something in Ohio.
No, we've already got all that anyway from Mike DeWine. But Big Mommy, Shami, Wimmy, Wummy, he ain't gonna win because these motherfuckers are racist as fuck here.
Well, but in this case, that will work out in your favor, right?
Yeah, hopefully. As long as they don't gerrymander it too fucking bad.
Well, the reason I say that is because, like, I mean, obviously JD Vance and his, butt boys in Silicon Valley, they're pretty bad news for everybody, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And JD Vance, look, when JD Vance did his fucking movie, and he said he was in the Appalachians of Middletown. Have you ever been to Middletown, Ohio?
No, I've never been to Ohio, but I'm from Appalachia, but a different part.
Okay,
Tennessee.
so he said he was from the mountains of Middletown, Ohio. Do you know how black Middletown is? It's like going through Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't
Been
trust
there.
his whole origin story. I think he's a
Like he's so full of shit. Like you can smell it on him. That's how full of shit he is.
He doesn't even look the same as when he was like a senator or whatever he was before, but he looks really different now for sure. Looks like he has.
Well,
some,
he also
surgery or
called Trump Hitler, and now he's not Hitler.
Exactly. Yeah. That's
What
why I
the
was
fuck?
surprised that he became the vice president. Because last time I watched him, the last time he even made the news before he became VP he was like saying Trump was like really bad for the country essentially. So I was like pretty shocked.
Well, he has Peter Phil. He has Peter Phil, and that's who's got him in as vice president.
Hey, Josie.
Where the hell did you go?
Shish. Why are you
Yeah,
up
what
here
were you
playing
gonna
in
ask
our
me something?
faces? So I've been on a little
Can
research.
you DM me?
I've been on a little
So
research adventure. Hold on.
maybe we can talk about
Shish,
strategy.
why are you fucking around in our faces? You're actually a real leftist with a real praxis. So are you up here trying to test what you call the libs? Because you ran into some real ass communists on this panel.
Except for me, because I'm a progressive independent.
Right. And I get what you're doing, dude. But when you were challenged by an actual communist, why didn't you out yourself?
Well, I don't really consider myself a communist. You know, I think that you can use it to analyze things for sure. I don't necessarily like say that I'm a communist.
So I just watched a lot of your videos. You're into various things. First of all, are you Asian American, sir?
Well, I'm mixed.
Right.
You're biracial.
You're biracial. You're not.
Okay.
You're not a K.
So
You're not K.
yeah, he has a lot of what is that called? Alternate internet.
Well, it's more about
culture
deconstruction. I'm into deconstruction. You know, I think that we have to deconstruct what's going on. To
Right,
understand
I
it better.
agree. I agree with you, and you seem to be really into getting in the in the ass of the European males who go overseas and get women. There was a lot of content about that, specifically Asian women. So that's how I clocked that you were probably Asian. But no, there was a lot of great content about Trotsky and other things. So why did you sit here and
Well, I
play
appreciate
dumb?
that.
Well, no, seriously, but why did you
I
sit here
am
and play
dumb
dumb?
about a lot of this stuff, but because here's the
She
thing is, I
said
think
cock.
America's a Trotskyist nation. To be honest with you, I think we're living in a communist, not a real communist nation. We're living in a Trotskyist. Well, the neocons are well known to be Trotskyist.
You think that we're living in the Trotsky?
Well, we are.
I-
the Graham.
no.
Well, Gramsci. If you want to be technical, it's Gramscian. I would say, like we're living in a very Gramscian
give me a
era.
See why
Well,
I clocked his ass on the way
Yes,
in?
you did.
I mean,
Yes, you
you're
did.
very knowledgeable, but
Well, I'm not that
I would
knowledgeable. I have
say
friends that are a lot more knowledgeable.
your thoughts are dumb.
Well, look, here's the thing:
they
is like
lack substance.
I think you have to kind of like you have to take a sledgehammer and break apart what people believe, because look, people believe a lot of BS, right? So you got to really understand where they're coming from. And to be honest with you, I'd much rather do that than have like a hard opinion about
Fair.
what I believe, because I
get
think
that.
that a lot of people are very confused, myself included. Like and like with the whole like Asian and stuff like this, like I think from my perspective,
The whole like Asian.
well, like what I mean by that is like a lot of people misinterpret what I'm saying, like, oh, I'm pro this or that. But the point is that like everybody creates new identities, right? Like white is a new identity. White didn't exist 500 years ago, right? It's a new identity that's been created for imperialism and all these other things, right? Like it's a state creation for, you know, mind control, in my opinion, you know, like a very
Fair enough.
1984 thing. And I think 1984 is a Trotskyist.
We're arguing the same thing, but you
Well, like-
are going about it in a different way.
Yeah, for sure. And because
And
I'm
I
pretty
feel like
isolated, so I'm not
whether
really
you-
a part of any groups or anything.
So you need to.
So what's
And-
Neuro, Jack? Is that like your YouTube, your Twitch? What's that?
Well, my friend who helps me make the videos, that's kind of one of his things. But there's a bunch of people who are making content. Some of them let me steal their content, and then I try to make some, and I try to like give credit to other people because I'd just rather talk. I don't really want to do I don't really want to be known for like making art or something like that. But I'm trying to really just start conversation. Like I think what I noticed is that most people
into this whole group and you were like, I just want to start a conversation. That's what you thought?
I mean, if you put it like that, I guess. But I
feel like your apology, if we were to call it that, is so based and dumb.
Oh, he 100% has an agenda, which I clocked.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying that you talk so plainly and so robotically that I can tell you right now that we see AI whenever it
We see AI.
And you are kind of like AI.
Okay.
I
wish that were true. That's kind of cool.
No,
That's
AI
kind of
would
cool that
have
you
told
said
him
that.
what
But
Prop 50 was.
He knows what Prop 50
I mean,
is.
I
He lives
really-
in
I
San
really didn't know it.
Francisco. He
I
was
really-
testing. Let me tell y'all what has happened, because this is something that a lot of people on the left do, especially when they have like this purity ideology. They go in and they test what they call libs. Well, liberal is a bad word. I say it all the time. I hate that.
I agree.
I hate
I agree.
liberals, and I hate it when people call me a liberal, and I always call it out. He came in here to test to see how quote unquote liberal this room was so he could own our asses. But he didn't realize he was running into some real motherfuckers up here. Not everybody up here is on the far left like I am, and I think EDAWS is. But the point is like, dude, when I question you, you should have came out, dude. Like, I don't know why you did that.
Dude,
I appreciate
what I
it.
mean?
No, I honestly really
I
wasn't
honestly
sure
have
what's
to
going
feel
on.
bad for Red because she wants to go to bed.
Oh no, I ain't ready to go to bed. I just turned off the light.
I
It
know,
was driving me
girl, but
nuts.
you look so sweet.
I might go to bed.
Like
soon.
wrapped up.
We have
I
a
mean,
very
I'll be going to sleep soon.
I'm gonna
but
put it
not
to
right
you like this, Jish. We have a very intersectional panel from all kinds of spectrum, but and that's one thing that I love about this particular space is we do have a different political spectrum representation and also intersectional race, class, obviously LGBTQIA, indigenous. We do it all here. So forgive me for checking you on the left.
No, you're good. You're good.
But
I mean,
it was
as long as you don't
obvious
think
to
I'm a
me.
liberal, then we're good. I mean, that's a good.
No, hell no.
Don't forgive me. Don't forgive me.
No, but I mean, I just
because
like when
honestly,
people when I try the same thing you did and people out me, I'm like, yeah, I'm my bad.
See, dog, you better
Well, I'm
not
really
act
new-
a fool up
I'm
here.
honestly really new to this. Like my friends have kind of taught me about what's going on. And I mean, I have a really weird angle. Like I just read a lot of books in history and I really thought I was more on the right in a lot of ways. But then the more I really learned about it, it's I don't really have much in common with most people who call themselves on the right. So, I mean, honestly, if you ask me, who's my leftist hero, it'd probably be a Pol Pot or something like that. And,
but you're talking,
to be honest with you, but
you're now talking on a very calm note, right? But
genuine tone. Genuine tone.
Hold on, guys. BC, shut your mouth down there and see, dog, don't come up here on that bullshit.
I just want to say, Van, I wasn't trying to attack you based on your political beliefs, but I was willing with the animosity that was going on because I get it. You were trying to get a response,
right?
And I can tell you right now, bro, I have I've done art for many years and never like had a look upon my art for very long until recently, and it's great. You have to focus on the great. Like you have to focus on like.
I'll say this, yeah, and I agree, E-Dawes. But this is definitely, I can see why you said you thought you were aligned with the right, because your content, your algorithm, you're definitely in some darker spaces on the internet, and I can tell all that, but you're definitely a leftist, bro. All right, we have new panelists, C-Dog and MAGA. Okay, cool.
And Donald Trump.
So anyway,
And
C-Dog, what did you want to add something to the conversation, bro?
No, just listening.
Okay. Would you like to talk about the domestic violence
I missed that
epidemic
one.
you have in Australia?
What do you think of that?
Yeah, happy to discuss that. It's pretty horrible at the moment.
Yeah,
That is
it's
quite
real
right.
bad.
Especially in certain indigenous cultures as well and rural areas.
No, it's not in indigenous cultures. It's white males, and y'all have a femicide problem too, where you're unaliving women.
How?
And you're having a fascist revolution. Would you like to talk about these things?
I would love to
Because see,
talk
what I
about these
can't
things.
stand is an Australian white man that's not checking his own people right now. Well, that's what I can't stand.
Okay, that's your assumption and your opinion based on no evidence.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay, sure. Would you like for me to bring up some statistics about the femicide and domestic violence that you have in Australia?
You were making
You're
a
also
judgment
attempting
towards
to
me.
outlaw abortion.
Generalization.
Like you're going through a whole anti-woman thing in Australia, and if you're not willing to like address that, I don't really want to talk to you.
Damn. Ain't shit, bitch.
You got deported, C-Dog, out of that bill because you ain't from this country.
What up, Gen X?
Jesus
Hi,
Christ.
Gen X. How are you?
Hey, I gotta say, Micah,
What?
you are a goddamn tiger.
I know.
Like I am.
It's all good.
And
I'm actually
so
the
many-
softest
so
person
many
on the
people-
panel, though. Don't let me fool you. I'm soft-hearted.
Oh, well, no, I mean, I love it. I love it.
I just like to
because
debate. Like, I just love to debate.
I'm the same way, Micah.
Yeah.
I love
So
the
I'll
debate.
be I'll be a
love
little
the-
challenging to Micah if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So this is not me trying to be a troll. I know it's going to seem that way, but like, let me ask you like this: like, for what you're saying about Australia, I've never been there. I don't know much about it, but can you see that like white males could like could find redemption somehow? Like, is there any way that you could see where like they're trying to redeem themselves?
No. Thank you for the question. At this point, no. The only
Why-
thing that
why
would give
would they
white male.
need
Hold on.
redemption?
Let me finish my statement.
Sorry,
you know.
sir.
It's okay. So, at this point, I believe the only way to correct the death, dick, and destruction that white men have left throughout the 3,000 years of what they call civilized human history is a matriarchy. And I mean that with my full chest.
But like, wouldn't you say that also like? And again, like I'm really not trolling, but
No, dude, I like it. Challenge. Let's go. Let's go.
But like, okay, like I know people from other cultures in Asia and Africa and other places in the world. Like other people in the world have problems. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, for sure.
And it comes from both men and women on every culture, right? And so, like for example, like women. Yeah, but like, listen, like women are very nasty to each other. Would you deny that?
No, not when women.
Jesus.
Excuse me. Let me. E-Dawes, he's asking about women, and forgive me, but you're a man, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So here we go. So Jish, women, absence of patriarchy, do not do that bullshit. Absence of patriarchy. The problem with why women do things is because we are raised under patriarchal systems and patriarchal indoctrination.
But see, here's the thing: is like, couldn't you argue that men are also being like brainwashed by the same system? So, like, could you give us like a little
they're
bit of a
victims of
breakdown?
patriarchy as well, 100%.
Right. So and again, I'm not saying that means we should like soften our stance, but could it be that we approach it from a situation of like attracting them in a more subtle way, for example, like because like I don't know about matriarchy if I agree or not, but I get what you're saying, you know.
No, and I'm being for real. Listen, we're not gonna start fucking you because you can't get your shit together, right? The male loneliness epidemic.
Well,
literally, make
but
men
here's the thing
more
is,
lonely.
but my point is that has been happening. Men are responding to but men respond to incentives, and a lot of men have been rewarded for
Right,
the
but
fact
I believe
Right.
make men more lonely. That's the accelerationism I am for.
Yeah, but
because
see-
no, we are
No.
not mothering you, we're not re-raising you, and we're not lowering our standards anymore. So I believe go over there and fuck robots because we're not doing it. We're not pity fucking you. We're not pulling you out of your male loneliness epidemic. If you want to go get radicalized because women don't want you anymore, go do it. But we're not fixing you anymore. We're not your fixers.
Sure.
Get a therapist.
But see, but
Get a therapist.
yeah, but see, here's the thing: is like you may be correct, but you have to acknowledge that corporations are taking advantage of women's positions on these things.
Yeah,
and using
totally,
you guys in
man.
this way,
It's
right?
in the
Wait a
same
minute.
thing.
What do you mean corporations are taking advantage of women's positions? Please
Well,
explain.
because they're
Oh,
turning
boy.
women into corporate robots and making them sex slaves for corporate men and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, these people don't want to be awake.
Take over.
I mean,
They don't want
I
to
can
be
give you a
awoken.
good example. Like if you look at the people in Silicon Valley, it's a very good example of what I'm talking about. Or New York City or something like that. Right?
Then
These people have no clue the
expand on that
amount
a
of
little bit, because
prostitution.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, for example, like again, I'm not saying that women shouldn't work, but definitely the way that we've gone about it is
hold on one
that
second.
I'm not saying.
Sis, hold on one second. BC, you don't know what bipartisan is because you will go on a right-wing panel and talk about Democrats. Then you go to a Democrat panel and you talk about Trump people. You are not bipartisan in any way. You don't know where you stand in life, period. And what you need to do is go stand in the mirror and look at yourself in the mirror.
Come on, Red.
And Gen X, I'm being serious.
I know.
I mean, he really does. Because he comes in here and he talks all that nonsense in here. Then he goes to a Republican side and he talks all that shit over there about Republican this, Republican that, yada, yada, yada. And then he comes over here and he goes, Democrat this. He don't even know what bipartisan is. He don't even know what partisan means. Like, go look at yourself in the mirror.
But I
Figure
wanna
out
hear-
where you are in life.
So I think just based on me doing some research into your content, you're talking about like passport bros and are you a little bit? Is that what you're talking about? Like the rich buying wives from overseas?
Well, I don't even think that. Like I've met people who've done that. Like what I mean by that is like people who've moved to other countries and married outside of their country. A lot of the people that are doing that, some of them are really bad, but there's some good people who've done that as well, on both men and women.
I would
frankly.
go to another country too, since American
Where you start off.
and since the Western modern women aren't fucking you anymore, so y'all got to do what you got to do.
Right. Well, again, but this is again. I think what I'm saying is that maybe this is being done as part of a liberal project, but it doesn't mean that good people
Oh my
can't
God!
go and do it. Go and do it.
Can you tell me
for
what
their
a
own
liberal
reason.
is, sis? Can you tell me what a liberal is?
A liberal is someone who wants to. Go ahead.
We're not liberals. We're
Yeah, I'm asking you what a liberal is. Hold on.
Well, this is why I call it.
What is a liberal? What is a liberal?
Liberalism? I think liberalism is essentially like Trotskyist. It's like it's someone who wants to make everyone the same. There's never a
Can y'all feel the massive eye
neoliberalism.
roll that I'm giving behind my box?
I mean, like at the very base of poli sci, neoliberalism is like a word that you have to define, and what you're saying is dumb.
Well, I don't see a difference
Doesn't
between
make sense.
Trotskyism, neoliberalism, and neoconservatism.
Okay,
I think they're all the same thing.
See, I'm not a liberal, nor am I a Democrat. The reason why I'm neither is because I can go right or left. But I do believe in harm reduction. I do believe in I do believe that we need stability as far as health care, food care, food, get our homeless off the streets, get them into homes, not a concentration camp.
Right.
Get them well situated, get our mental health straight. But that doesn't make me a liberal nor a Democrat.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Riz, how you doing?
It makes me more of a human being.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Hey, look, I got
Hi, King. How are you,
I got
sweetheart?
the perfect definition of a liberal. I was born between Virgo and Scorpio.
Oh, so you're the Libra. Yeah, I get it because I'm a Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio too, Rip.
Yep. I am a Scorpio. What day was you born, Ed?
Goddamn fucking fighters.
Well, I would say a liberal.
What day was you born? Hold on, wait a minute, sis.
I would say a liberal.
Edwards. I can't say your name right.
E-Dog.
E-Dog. What day is your birthday?
Well, I mean, I want to kind of hide.
October or November, bro?
October.
Oh, okay. He's
October 26th, 25th.
Scorpio.
You're close.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I'm born on the 26th.
I know, girl. I've been watching
you damn Scorpios. I love fucking you, but we can't be together. But we can fuck
Well, yeah, we're
hold on.
indifferent.
Now, wait a minute. All my men have been Aries except
I gotta
for
be honest
Jerry.
with you, Miss
Jerry
Red,
was a Taurus.
because I tell you,
Miss Red, I want to
it's
give a
very
kiss to.
passionate. But man, we're gonna argue though. We're gonna argue to death.
Oh well, Aries and Scorpio. That's their main thing.
Oh man,
Yes, neither one of you is right.
Oh dear
Neither
God,
one
is
of you
this what we care
right.
about?
Right. I'm an Aries.
Me and Keith figured that out after a long time.
I definitely agree with you. All my most compatible sign is just be a female.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, just to be honest.
Well, you're right, King, because all women got to be right.
Well, hold on, but would you ever date a woman with a penis, though?
I mean,
what?
Let me answer that. Let me answer that. When I first came to TikTok, somebody said, "State your age, where you're from, and who you voted for." And I said, all that. They said, "And what is your pronouns?" I said, "My pronouns is MF."
And I have men that turn around and say, "I'm a lesbian."
did y'all know that Charlie Kirk's pronouns are was and were?
Well, what would you say if I told you that he might have been gay, though?
Possibly.
I mean, that would
There's a lot of
explain-
repression
that-
on the right. There's a lot of
yeah,
repression
that
on
would
the
also
right.
explain his $50,000 to a transgender only.
Exactly.
Only page.
Well, and that's why I think he was kind of a victim. If you look at all the stuff that Candace is showing about him, it's a pretty strange set of things that they had been talking about.
In order to become a Charlie Kirk, you got to have some weird, like some really fucked up pathology. In order to have the combination of the charisma, the and the negativity and all the other repression and all the other, that is a combination of a cult leader, is what that is, and that is some wild pathology, like psychologically.
Hey, Gen X, when you get done cleaning your house, will you come clean mine?
And Candace Owens is not a reference.
It's interesting you mentioned that, because I'll tell you this. This is one reason why the right hates me, is because a lot of the Christian nationalists, particularly the ones around TPUSA, they literally are a part of, like, in my opinion, a very dangerous cult about, it's actually kind of like a weird, like, Gnostic occultism that's kind of like related to Scientology and stuff like that. I know that sounds insane, but that's actually true.
I would agree with you.
I don't think it's.
I think the
sounds
Gnosticism comes from capitalism. It's capitalist driven, though. It's about the
totally
dollar.
agree. And not
That's
only
gonna-
that,
that might
I
be true.
understand like I hate to say it, but I understand your perspective and trying to understand things, but I feel like you're disregarding other things that have been said. And I feel like,
Yeah, I see that
Yeah.
too. I see that
Can
too.
you give me an example? What you mean?
well, yeah,
Well,
I mean,
you really, really didn't want to talk about matriarchy and patriarchy. Like, you
No, I
really
did.
ran from that shit. Yeah, you
No, I
ran from
didn't.
that shit.
No, other people interrupted. I didn't try to run away from it, for sure.
Oh, okay. So there is no redemption
Okay,
for
so
white
Good
night,
people.
Blue
No,
Eyed.
actually, nobody interrupted. I actually asked you to expand on that, and you literally did not.
Well, I didn't hear you say that, but I'm happy to expand on it.
well,
I mean, I think
there's two people now that have said that they've asked you something and you haven't answered, and now you're saying that you didn't hear both people.
so. If you want me to answer, I can. If you want to stop interrupting.
Interrupting? All right, go ahead.
Okay. So what exactly you want to know about my opinion on matriarchy versus patriarchy?
Well, you made the comment about the corporate, I don't know, you said like trafficking, women making.
Yeah, like
It's
for
about
example.
housewives or something. Expand on that.
Yeah,
more.
for example, right? Like, obviously, the romantic period around the time of like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and all these different writers and stuff, like they started, Jane Austen, all this stuff. They started doing this kind of like German romanticism and kind of like, expanding.
Going way back later.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give like a broad overview, right?
No,
And
I
then
want to
from
hear
there,
this. I want to hear
it kind of evolved into like women's suffrage and women's rights and all this. But I mean, I'm not saying that all that's bad, but what I'm saying is like it definitely has been used as a catalyst to like get women into the workforce and
See what I
and get
mean?
them to
This is
be
what I mean by you ran from
tools
it.
of the capital.
This is what I mean by you ran from it. You resent women.
No.
Yes,
I
you
don't.
do.
Listen to what I'm
Yes,
saying.
you
Just let
do.
me finish my point. My point is this:
Sure, go ahead.
they've commodified women as like units in an economic system, right? And so a lot of women perceive themselves.
Them that way.
No,
You
a lot of
commodified them that way.
So you're not even gonna let me finish my point.
Well, land your plane. Land your plane.
Okay, so they've commodified women into a economic unit in an economic system, and a lot of women now identify with that, and they see their like sexual prowess as their value or their economic worth as their value.
Yeah,
and I think
so
that's a very
again-
negative thing,
Right. So again, so you're not you have a very bitter resentment for women. I don't know if it's your mom or someone that hurt you in romance.
Well, where are
But
you getting that
either
from?
way, no one commodified us. We fought tooth and nail to have economic standing. And then we all went and got educated to increase our economic standing.
You mean
no one
indoctrinated.
commodified us.
You mean-
So
no,
you're
education
talking
is
about
indoctrinated.
OF and you're talking about that type of currency.
But look,
which,
no-
listen, that's
But
the
look,
oldest
but look.
profession.
I'm
Even
the
when we
man.
didn't have spoken or written language, women have used our bodies for survival. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, you see more women.
You're misinterpreting what I'm saying.
Sure, please re-explain. I'm ready for the mansplaining. Go
No.
ahead.
No, what I mean is this: it's like, they've basically given an indoctrination in lieu of an actual education, right? They've given us all a false.
I'm sorry, sir. Women fought in every corner of this globe for their rights.
So
No
you
one
believe in public
indoctrinated
education?
us.
You think public education?
No
is
one
dangerous for the human race?
indoctrinated us. Public
Yeah,
education
public
did what? Wait a
education is
minute.
great.
He's in my wheelhouse now.
What are you
Public
talking
education
about?
did what?
It has indoctrinated multiple generations of people on this earth. For sure.
Into what?
you were such a
Imperialism,
silly
colonialism, white supremacy, and patriarchy? I would agree.
But a lot of it's been internalized and covered up for the sake of expediency, and that's kind of what you're doing right
And
now.
when you first asked me my question, are white men redeemable? I said, no, they are not. Unless we overcorrect to a matriarchy. That is the only way to redeem men.
But women tear each other apart in pecking orders all the time.
Again,
and as you just admitted
what did
that
I
you guys
say?
are
You
still
missed
you
the
guys are still
most
internalizing
important thing.
you
missed
guys are
the
still
most
internalizing all
important
these
thing.
things, right?
I said women do not do those things to each other with the absence of patriarchy, which is why
How do you
believe
propose to
in
do that if everybody
matriarchy.
stops having kids that you're advocating for?
Is that we
yes,
eliminate
exactly.
people like
100%. First
So
of all,
you
we're the only
you think
species
you're going to
on
convince
Earth.
every person on
Excuse
Earth
me,
to stop
I'm
having
speaking.
children?
I'm speaking. Stop making your words touch mine. I don't like that. Okay, so we are the only species on Earth that doesn't care about self-preservation. We don't care about our own survival, right? So, yes, I am childless by choice personally. Do other people have the right to procreate? Absolutely. Do I admire mothers and fathers? Absolutely. Do I love children? Yes, I want them to have a very healthy lifestyle.
But you just said that white men are irredeemable. Some of them are fathers, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. No, you asked me in the context of history, of society. So from a sociological perspective, they are unredeemable with the exception of a matriarchy where they are put in their proper place.
That's right.
I mean, but where's your evidence that women wouldn't do the same, or
Okay,
if not
we'll
worse
talk
things
about a couple
under a
of studies.
matriarchy?
Yeah, we'll talk about a couple of studies. This one's out of Stanford. So they put 15 males in a home. They gave them all the things they needed, and they studied them for a week. They had 1 week to live in this home, 15 males, right? On day 2, they had tore up the entire house, eaten all the food, and were fighting and horse playing and being absolutely chaotic. They put 15 women of the same age. These are adolescents. They put 15 girls, right, in the same conditions. By day 2, they had allocated chores lists. They had routines and schedules. They were eating meals together and collaborating. So what say you about what you're pushing back on me?
But Queen Boadicea in Scotland also was like a military leader, right? So I mean, I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm just saying
I'm not talking.
You don't
about
have a test or a control of
no.
what you're talking about, right?
No, you're going in the wrong
always
direction.
brushing off the point,
Right.
bro.
He's brushing off the point.
Because it's not really analogous to what I'm talking about.
No, it's absolutely directly analogous. It's directly analogous. No, he's fucking with the wrong bitch on TikTok. You came in the wrong room.
You're trying to say big words to sound intelligent, hoping to get like some sun.
No, I just don't want to have expedient answers to complicated problems. That's all.
Yeah, you make it sound snooty. Let me get in here for a second. He said unredeemable. When she was talking about unredeemable, let me give you an example of race. Because what we experience as black people in the United States.
What if she said that black men
Shut
are?
up.
What if she said that black men are irredeemable?
You're interrupting.
He's sensitive about his half white side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She said
Also, you're prejudiced against biracial people. That's not very nice.
No, you don't like. Yeah, you're sensitive about your whiteness. Absolutely.
Well, I don't believe in white. I'm half European. I'm not half white.
He
White's
already
not a real
foresees
thing.
where I'm going with.
It's just like black's not a real thing either.
Because she meant
Black is a made-up term, by the way.
It's hard to accept you, and you're doing it right now because you want to sound snooty, using sophisticated
That's why
words
he's got to yell
instead
over
of
you.
just stay on topic. And what
That's
the
why he's
reason
got
they're seen
screwed.
as
He
unredeemable
emotional.
is because their past, what they have done.
Why are you white knighting
across
for
the
her?
globe.
She says she's not interested in men. So just chill out.
It doesn't matter.
I am. I have a very
It doesn't matter.
lifelong
I'm
partner
not siding
that I
with you
love. I love
because
men.
your opinion stinks about women totally. I got 6 sisters. I have 7 aunts. They're all below the earth. My mother is on top of the earth. I have 3 daughters. And your attitude towards women stinks.
Yep.
Agreed.
Call
Agreed.
it. Clock it. So anyway,
because-
Shish, what
because
other
we-
like non sequiturs do you want to throw into a very poignant, on the nose argument that I'm making?
I mean, don't you think Stanford's a part of the patriarchy?
Are
Here we
you
go.
serious? Are you
My God.
serious right now?
I mean,
are you
Peter
trying
Thiel's
to
from
wait a minute?
Stanford. Are you?
Did you
are
just
gonna
try to
deny
do
that?
an appeal to legality or an appeal to authority as a fucking response? Still
need to
man
go
my
to
argument.
sleep.
Talk about the study. I've got another study. Okay,
sleep.
here we go. This was a one where they put grown adults. They had 100 men and 100 women. They put them in a room with no stimulation at all, nothing to look at, whatever, and for 30 minutes at a time. And when they came out, they filled out a survey about what they thought about. The men came out, and there were 3 main answers. They thought about sex, sports, and nothing. I find that really interesting that men can just think about nothing. Now, the same 100 women, when they came out,
sorry, I can't
their
hear you.
top
She's
3
so loud.
answers were they were replaying conversations and events from the past week, analyzing what they could have done differently and what they
Yeah, I
would
can't
do
hear
differently.
anything.
And the second,
you can't hear
none
what
of the point is that none of them, not a single woman said they thought about nothing.
So the one thing that I want to say to you, Micah, as a friend, I feel like right now, is that you viewed my artwork.
Yeah.
And I got to be on your side all the time now.
Oh, well, thanks.
Yeah, I really
appreciate that.
appreciate your perspective.
Kai.
Oh,
and,
you're welcome. I think it's beautiful. I think it's
I'm
profound.
here.
I think it's conversational. Your art is very it evokes.
They're
It evokes.
they definitely gang up on
Now,
people.
I can use big words too, like salacious, fallacious. I don't know, just
They're
but
emotional.
The point is that your resentment for women is very obvious, and you don't want to talk about the real problem that women are naturally #1 through neuroscience more superior than men. You are ruled by the amygdala. You are ruled by a smaller prefrontal cortex, and yet you have had the reins
I'm
of
gonna
power
put my cash app in there.
human
I
history,
don't see the point, but
not prehistory when we were living tribally. Most tribes were matriarchal and or community-based or egalitarian. But when we got quote unquote civilization, all men have done is left death, and destruction in the streets. War, colonization,
don't you believe in?
imperialism, capitalism, patriarchy, white supremacy.
that's right.
And
We
yet
should let the
white
women
men are
rule.
Even his might makes right, though.
Okay, wait.
Isn't
So
your
Let's see how
argument
that
might
goes.
makes right, though? Isn't that all you're really arguing for?
Might makes right? No, I don't believe might makes right.
No,
I
no.
believe that mental,
That's what it sounds like you're arguing for.
emotional intelligence and mental abilities to collaborate instead of conquer is far more superior. That's
So wait,
what I'm
so,
saying.
so do you think?
I
So
am
wait.
saying that men are mentally weak because look what they've done. We have the history to prove it.
I mean, you're saying so. Aren't you kind of like treating like men like how conspiracy theorists treat Jews? Like you're saying, like, oh, they're behind everything. Women have
But you are,
no
though.
volition or agency
But
through
you
all of
are,
history.
though.
I think it's kind
Yeah,
of a
women have never manipulated men.
Like that before.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I knew he was
I'm
gonna
giving
bring
women.
up
Hold on.
Jewish
I'm giving.
people.
Hold on. No, I'm giving women. I'm giving women responsibility, accountability, and agency, and she's not. That's the problem.
Are you serious right now?
Two facts and reality. Hey, listen up, everybody. Listen up. What he's doing is he's trying to talk saluting with these big words, but it's subliminal suggestion because he's going to sit here and say, don't you feel that the man has done this in life and man has done this? This is an example of why I brought in race a moment ago. Well,
I just won
it's too many
$12.
Latins here. It's too many Latins here. And as a black man, you understand what it was like to struggle. No, they are the new me. I haven't forgot how y'all treated me and my grandfather and my father's father, who probably was on the ship, and his back split open.
So right, but let's not ask how your own people were treating each other, because I met a few Somalians and it's not very
When
nice.
you made quote unquote a comment like, "Oh, she's not for
So
men,"
you want to
on
hold
your
on?
side.
You want to judge people based on how they look and how and what their ancestors did? Is that
No,
what
that's
we're saying?
what white men do.
That's right. I should pay for something I didn't do.
No. Let's talk about what you're saying.
It's not
Very
Marshall.
emotional.
I've clocked this dude from the moment he entered the room.
No, listen.
None of
This is what you guys are
he's
doing.
saying are working.
Let me explain what you're doing, King. This is what you're
The
doing.
population,
You're saying that
the
you
population.
You're saying no, you're not in reality. You have a fallacious argument.
Because I'm not going to bait into your bullshit.
No, you are, because here's what you're saying. You're saying that you want to judge me or someone who's white because
you're a woman.
But what if I identify as
you
a
need to
black
judge
man?
somebody based on how they look and because someone in history might have done something in the past.
Just words.
That sounds very prejudiced and bigoted.
Yeah, they can be racist, but you can't. That's right. Yes.
Jish. We are not talking about individuals. We are talking about
Individuals.
systems from a sociological perspective, sir.
Yeah, I understand about sociology.
Quit playing. I don't know. Let me understand. Stop that shit, dude. Have the conversation.
I am having the conversation. I'm not gonna let him get away with a fallacious argument saying that he's gonna judge somebody based on how they look.
He's not judging. He's based on.
I don't know who's here with us, but whoever's here, welcome.
You're saying 1% of white people did something a long time ago, and then you have to judge every white person based on that.
1%.
Here we go.
1%. Hold on. Let me ask
This
you a
is
question,
why
King.
Bill Gates is getting away with
Have
it.
you done your genetic test?
Yeah, this is crazy.
Have you done your genetic test? No, I'm talking to King. I want to know what King. I want to know what level of European King is.
Let me have him. Let me ask you a question, and I want to.
I asked you a question, and you didn't answer.
I asked you a question, but I want to ask you a question for the panel to listen in while he's trying to shovel this bullshit around. How many blacks had freedom arriving in this country 400 years ago? Now, when you're ready to address that, don't give me this 1%.
How many
bullshit.
whites had freedom in Europe 500 years ago?
Don't give me that 1% bullshit.
How many Europeans had freedom in Europe?
I was just gonna say, man, ain't no white or black. There ain't no race or white. Hey, you got Africans, Caucasians.
Exactly. That's my whole point. White doesn't exist. White doesn't exist. It's a made up term. That's my whole point.
Nobody white or black.
That's my whole point.
And who made it up, Jish?
And that's how we know that the world will always fall, because we're always divided.
That's my point.
No one's falling into
I'm the
anyone's
oppressor.
trap.
How am I the oppressor?
Now you're not giving
my ancestors
Maybe we
were
really do
enslaved
need
by
the
other
Antichrist.
Europeans.
Maybe the Antichrist should come and get everyone to get along.
My ancestors fought for 1,000 years against the British, and you don't care about that.
You are.
You don't care about that.
You're not fooling.
Let the Antichrist rule for a
You don't even know
while.
what you're talking about because you don't know the history of Europe. You're saying, "Oh, all Europe."
Could it be any worse?
Are you American? What ancestors is you talking? Like you do? You know your whole lineage, your genealogy.
Yeah, we came from Scotland and Wales, and we fought against the Romans. We fought against the British for 1,000 years, and then the Normans when they came in.
Are you an American?
100%.
So you must know, like, have you done
and my Asian ancestors
or?
and my other Asian ancestors went through thousands of years of war and oppression among other Asians. So I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, I'm not going to sit here.
That's right.
Because I look
Should
a
I be
certain
racist
way
against my own kind?
that I'm responsible for my
Oh, you
for
give me a
people who
rice
look
ball?
like me's
You give
crimes.
me a
That's
rice ball?
ridiculous. If I said that all black people are responsible for like 1% of the population of black people who randomly did some stuff, you know, in
And
detention 500 years ago, that's an absurd
But you just said
thing to
Are
say.
you jealous? Are you jealous? Is this European enough for you?
You got
Is this what you
Africans,
wish you
Europeans,
were? Is this what you wish you
That's what it
were?
sounds like.
Caucasian.
I don't have to be jealous. I have a big penis.
Latino, Spanish, like there's real races.
You see that, Jish? Is this what you wish you were?
I see, sis. I see.
Yeah, I agree with I agree with Jackson down here. There is no such thing as black or white. It's a made up term.
Now he is going to pretend like I have not been cooking his ass this whole life. You are not going to ignore me.
Oh, you been cooking up there, sis?
I've
Oh
cooked
boy.
his ass since
She
the
doesn't
moment
know how we
walked
LARP
in
here.
Stylish.
Well, I guess I'm brown now, so I can't be called
check
white
this
anymore,
out.
right?
You could go anywhere around the world, in any country around the world, and you will not see white or black people. Only in the United States.
Yeah,
people
I
are
know, because I've been
categorized as
there.
Black or white.
I get
Only
it.
in the
That's my
United
point.
States.
That's my point, because that's why I'm saying it's a
You mean
nonsense term.
African Americans or Caucasians? Ain't
Yeah.
no black and white, homie.
Yeah, the Africans don't like each other. The Europeans don't like each other. The
See,
Asians
that's
don't like
that
each
shit.
other.
I swear, that's how they got us talking black and white, like colors though. It's real ethnic, real races though out here. You know what I'm saying? You might be mixed. I'm mixed with Caucasian, African, and I don't know what European, but I'm just telling you, ain't no black or white. You know what I'm saying? My skin might look like a color, but that is not what I am. On good.
Yeah, I'm part Native American too, but again, nobody cares. They don't care what you look like. So
It's indigenous. I'm sorry. It's indigenous.
yeah,
Yeah, he's doing
Right? What are you fucking Captain Planet? Every color of the rainbow.
What you have to say?
Hey, but King on with you though, bro. I'm not trying to clown. I'm just trying to, I'm trying to get us out of that.
I don't get paid to LARP.
Well, no, everybody want us talking like black
I
and
mean,
white.
here's the thing, King. You're being an Uncle Tom, and you just don't even know
hold
it.
on,
King Kang. It's not a Kit Kat, it's a King Kang.
He's trying to use reverse psychology. I got you.
Oh boy, you wouldn't know reverse psychology if it made you white.
I don't even know what that means.
But can we have decorum though? Can we hear what King is gonna say though? And then
Hey, hold on a minute.
Dude, these people seem like a fucking South Park fucking episode.
Yes.
Sis, you best apologize.
Apologize for what? He's over here insulting
No.
everybody's intelligence with his argument.
You're gonna apologize.
Hey, just be
We're calling him.
No, I don't want his apology. I don't want his apology.
No, I want him, King.
Yeah.
I want him to apologize.
I'm not going to
I don't
apologize
allow that shit on
because
my
I don't think I did
Because
anything
he
wrong.
don't deserve that respect.
And it's not ridiculous. You got about 150 years of history of exactly that happening.
You think public utilities cost more than private utilities?
It is about safeguarding the welfare
All
of
public utilities are private utilities in the U.S. They're subcontracted.
It's about safeguarding the welfare of everyone, and the fact of the matter is, if you live in a country, you must safeguard the welfare. Or, I have a simple solution, and this is the most simple solution. If you don't want to abide by the rules of society, then you
Are you guys still there?
Good.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was.
I really pissed them off bad, but it's okay.
Yeah. I didn't like you one bit.
No, they were being ridiculous. Like, I'm just not gonna let them get away with that, dude. Like, they're just being totally absurd. You know?
Yeah.
It's like you're bad because you're white, and then they assumed I'm like half Asian. I'm like, all right, fine, I'm half Asian. Now what? So like, I'll argue the same thing. It's like, whatever. Because their argument is just so weak. Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I was just gonna say there's like no way to even if you prove that they're wrong, they're just still gonna say whatever, believe whatever.
Yeah, dude. Most of these people are mentally unstable, like to a degree of which, like, you don't know unless you study psychology most of the time. Like these people, yeah, trust most of these people with a gun, let alone a microwave.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, honestly, I felt kind of bad because like they were trying to be cool, but then I could see like there's like this like hidden like little like
Once you make them a little bit emotional, they all started ganging up on you.
Because like I was trolling them a little bit, but I wasn't trolling that much. The only reason I'm trolling them is because it's like I know that they're being dishonest, right? I'm just like waiting for them to like let it out. And then this guy's like, "No, man, anyone who's white is an oppressor because you guys look like somebody who did some bad shit a long time ago." It's like that's a retarded thing to say, right? Like it's such a weak argument, you know. Like there's a lot of things you could argue, but that's just not a good one. Like that's anybody could, if you say that, then it's like, okay, well, then I can just say all black people are criminals or all Hispanics are lazy, or you know what I mean? Like you're just making a blanket statement. Like you look like someone who did something wrong. So
yeah, it's the
I'm just
same
gonna judge
thing.
you. Yeah, it's really evil. It's a really evil, like it's a really evil thing to say. And so like that's why I was like, I'm not gonna apologize because you know, I don't believe that you should be allowed to say that, you know. I think that's a really stupid argument. And it's just weird how like you see how like these white people like they're proud to be white themselves, but then they'll go and say, "Oh, but I'm going to be nice to the black guy because I don't want to seem like oppressive to him, but I'm still proud to be white." It's like, okay, so I don't know. It's just really weird. Like you can get into their psychology, you know, that there's like something else really underlying all this stuff. I don't know how to put it, but
Yeah, I get it.
I do really feel bad though. Like these people probably want to kill me, honestly.
Yeah, it's scary. It's just scary how they actually like.
I told you, dude. There's something you can't take that shit not seriously. Like people, I found out just like I said about the video game shit. People have just here recently have called out my name personally on DMZ, so even I'm backing off. I mean, the mental capacity and stability of the world since the cough happened, it's worse.
Yeah, it definitely is getting much worse. And again, like I try to have sympathy for people, but it's like, man, like the level of like anger and like, you know, like vitriol. It's I don't know.
Well, I mean, you know, you pin up the patience long enough, and you know they start to go rabbit and bite through the fucking straitjacket, dude. I mean,
like she's like, "Oh, you're a communist like me," and I was like, "Well, okay, I'll just go with," because like I'm not going to correct her and say like, "Oh, well," because like you know, like I think that like some of their opinions are valid, but it's like they just take it to the extreme where it's like, you know, you got to be like apologize for being white. It's like that's a retard. I'm not going to apologize for like being born a certain way, just like I wouldn't ask a black person to apologize for being born black. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, but I can guarantee you that that one older sounding lady, she sounded pretty white to me. So I'm just gonna say, like, just look. I mean, I'm white. I'll say it right here. But you'll never see me get down and kiss a boot and make me feel bad for something I was never born into, had a part of. And once you get to that type of mentality, I mean, you know, I guess Jews are God.
Well, this is the thing is like they're literally, if you listen to what they're saying, they're literally like they're literally, in my opinion, they're basically saying like black people, you have to be careful with them. You can't hurt their feelings because something bad happened. I mean, it's like no person should get treated that way based on the color of their skin, and that's what they were doing to that black guy. Like, oh, don't say that to him. Don't call him Uncle Tom. It's like, dude, he's literally over here saying, oh well, you know. Oh, you know, we are all victims, and we've always had a boot in our neck. It's like black people have a long history before slavery, before America, after slavery. It's like it's just a really racist. it's just like a really racist way to look at things where it's like,
That's right. Black people only ever had history other than Africa and its slavery here. Apparently, black people never existed, since time immemorial. So, see, but that's a part of the psyop. That's why you have 1,000 black, black Israelites with, thousands of dollars worth of alleged jewelry, telling all the black people that they were kings and shit. I mean, it's a psyop on YouTube itself that's actively running every single day with thousands of black Israelites. But okay,
they do the same thing to white people too. They say we was pharaohs and shit. We was king. They do the same thing to everybody. And again, that's the thing is like I'm trying to really point out that like we're all under the spell of like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, I can tell you, you can tell people all day long they're getting probed by aliens, but even someone like me who saw a UFO, do I even know what I saw really? Maybe I was on drugs. Maybe Bill Gates did manage to spray something in the air that night. I mean, I can tell you, like she just said, even if you prove yourself right to these people, I mean, they'll fucking tear out your throat to say that you were wrong. So.
Yeah,
exactly. Doesn't matter whether it's politics or not. Even if these people got really what they wanted, like the people who want Trump to be, off like Kirk and stuff. Even if you get that, what do you really gain out of it? Wow, they'll just put someone else in his place. Like people really don't have a fucking brain. They just say something in the moment, and in the end, if it has repercussions, who the really fucking cares? Like what's his name from Dawn of the Dead says, Kenneth, or was it Kenneth, the black dude, the cop who says, well, it's better them than me. That's the mentality of people. That's what it comes down to. Better them than me. People will say and do whatever as long as it's not affecting them.
Well, the reason I think they really got mad is because people in the comments, and then one of the black guy who jumped on at the end, like he was actually taking my side, and they're like, oh no, like they, it made them look really bad, and that's why honestly, that's why they got mad. It's not that they couldn't take it from me alone. It's like when they realized that the audience was turning against them, that's when they got pissed off. Like. And
most of them are probably there to push a narrative.
I didn't really notice it in the moment, but as I was like about to get off, like right before she ended, I started realizing like that's why they were getting really mad, because they're like they have no they couldn't save face. Essentially, they're like, well, everybody's turning against us, and I think that's why she ended the live, because it made her look really like stupid, Yeah, it's all about exactly what Earth Supporter says. Like it's all like public opinion, talking point, buzzwords.
Yep.
And here's the thing is like they're actually really afraid, and I think they're really afraid because I'm not afraid to say what I'm saying, right?
That's what it really look. I'm going to tell you, one of the reasons why I have always been intact is because, like I've said before, unless you're going to personally attack me in my personal life, or you're going to sit a hitman to my door, or have someone mess with a family or a friend, what more can you do to me? If something I say pisses you off so much that you're willing to take out of your personal life to do something to me, then all you did was prove me right, motherfucker. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what these people really fear. You don't have to be rich, like people say about me. Well, it's because you're poor. So fucking what? I can still fucking get, somewhat rich people to acknowledge that I know more than what most people do. So, I mean, again, it just comes down to, dude, it's one big LARP. And, what's really these people's goals? Who knows? I mean, I doubt they're being paid by someone to go up here and do what they're doing, but I do call these mental health sessions for a reason. So, I mean, it could be that as well.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because she was kind of accusing me too. She's like, oh, you're using Darvo. I don't remember exactly what that is, but I know it's like some sort of psychological thing or something.
Okay. Darvo?
Yeah, it's like some sort of like reverse psychology thing where you're like fucking with their head or something,
I mean, I don't think I've ever heard it called that, but I mean, I know the gist of reverse psychology for sure. Been to enough psychiatrists.
Yeah, let me look it up because I can't remember what it is exactly. But I think that's funny is like they're like, see, this is like they're so on the edge about it. It's like a manipulation tactic used by abusers to evade accountability by denying the behavior, attacking the victim, running them, reversing victim and offender roles. So they're saying like gaslighting, causing victims to doubt their reality and accept blame. I mean, again, like her whole argument is that, well, women have always been victims throughout all of history, and you guys have always done evil things. And it's like, it just totally takes women out of the equation and say that women have had zero power throughout history, and that's just totally bullshit. In my opinion, I think that's,
It's hang on. I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's funny. I'm playing DMZ, right, and all three of my teammates are Mexicans, and I'm playing as Homelander. So it's like I'm ICE running around with a bunch of immigrants. But anyway, Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. I don't know.
They're all crazy.
Yeah, what did you think of that, Kai? Like, what's your honest opinion of watching them?
I think that they're so aggressive and they can't just have a normal, calm conversation.
I find that I would just say I agree. Yeah, most people can't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like humans are way too emotional, and it's kind of scary how like they can get so deep into this hole, and then they almost like revolve everything in their life around. Also, this one thing is that I've noticed that they almost like put. She kind of put women above men, which was weird because I feel like what she wants. Well, I don't really know what she wanted, but her whole stance on women was weird.
Say that one more time. She was saying like she was saying something like she wants like a matriarchy or something, and like I've heard this a lot lately. I've heard a lot of people say that, but that's why I was kind of bringing up. I was like, well, women are pretty vicious to each other too. Like, it's not going to like end all oppression. Like, women do nasty shit to each other. And she's like, well, there's a study from
The Oxford
Stanford
thing
or
was
something.
Yeah, that was weird because it doesn't apply to like the real world. Like it was weird.
Well, and this is why I was being such a dick about it, because like you can't appeal to science and say, well, Stanford did a study about women in a house and men in a house. It's like, well, you just argued that women, because it contradicts her argument, right? And so I was actually trying to help her, and she doesn't see that, and that's why I started being a dick about it, because it's like she's like, well, the science shows this, and I was like, well, you just said that women can't really be matriarchal because they're under patriarchy. Well, I'm assuming that every woman that we've met in the last 100 years have been born into what you call patriarchy. So unless they had some sort of like test, underground bunker where they like birthed people into a matriarchy and then tested them at Stanford University, then your argument doesn't really make sense, because you're saying, well, these people were born into a patriarchy and then we put them in a house and gave them a matriarchy after the fact. It's like, I mean,
yeah,
that's not really like how science works though, right? Like, you have to have a control and a test, and you have to have like, you have to have some sort of controlled environment, right? Like, especially in the soft sciences, right? And so, and again, like, I know that's being like really annoying and pedantic, like she's not wrong, but it's not really a good argument, right? Like, it's really kind of just like she's just desperate to say something because she kind of knows that she's kind of saying bullshit, right? And like, I get it, like I've done that too a lot, but that's kind of why I'm coming in and being like, Mr. Question Man. And everyone hates me for that too, by the way. Like, I know everyone hates me, but it's for a reason, because if we're gonna make claims like science says or like God says or something, like, that's a pretty big claim to make about anything, right? So like, let's just be honest that we don't really know, like we have like ideas that we're trying to work through. If you're just gonna like say all white people are oppressors, or women could be better leaders if they just didn't have any men around, it's like, okay, well, humans wouldn't exist without men and women together, at least as of now. Maybe in the future you know, they'll kill all the men and just have a bunch of women with like little baby factories or something. I don't know, but until that happens, you know what I mean? Like, we just don't know, right?
Yeah.
So it's just not a realistic, you know, argument. And I don't know. I just think it's just a, like, I don't know. It's just really sad in a lot of ways. Like, I know what's funny is like they were kind of projecting on me. They're like, "Oh, you just hate women, or you're just like, you have emotional trauma or something," or whatever they're saying, right? And then she's like, "Look at my genetics. I'm pure European. Do you wish you were this because you're half or something?" I was like, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that part was crazy.
It was pretty funny though, honestly. It was really funny. It was like,
it was.
Because she's like, she's like all white men are evil, blah, blah, blah. But she's like, I'm so proud to be 100% white. But then she's like, I'm 100% proud to like never have children. So I'm like, okay, so you're prideful in the fact that you're never going to have children, and you're prideful for the fact that all your ancestors before you were European. I was like, that seems a little bit of a strange, you know what I mean? Like again,
definitely.
I'm not saying that somebody who doesn't have kids can't have pride in it, but like in this particular situation, I was like, this is kind of a weird framing of like your argument of like, well, you know, I don't want to have kids by choice because fuck white people, but at the same time, I'm really proud to be like 100% pure European. I'm like, okay, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's very weird how she like she definitely does feel proud to be like European, but she would hate to say it.
Well, that's kind of why I like, see, I have this theory that I'm trying to prove. That's kind of what like in the back of my mind, what I'm trying to prove is like women are kind of naturally eugenics. Like they kind of secretly like really want like the best guy to have kids with, or you know, they really don't like ugly people or what, you know what I'm saying? Like women are really harsh about those things. You know, men are not really that harsh. Like I don't think most men are really like looking at people and saying, "Oh, look at this fucking retarded ugly person." Well, I think a lot of women are like that, to be honest with you. I really, and I'm not saying that like all, but I think there's a lot, you know. And
yeah, I can see that.
yeah, and I think most of what, like, I think a lot of what people call the patriarchy, personally, this is my theory, I can't prove this, but I think there's a good case to be made that like a lot of what people call the patriarchy is actually other white women using their privilege, if you want to say it like that, to like bully other women. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where a lot of this is coming from. And it's really subtle, but that's really what I've seen on TikTok, where it's like a very, very subtle thing where a lot of what colored, like women of color are saying about patriarchy is actually, I think it's actually about other women, particularly like a lot of like spoiled white women and other spoiled women who try to like act like those other white women, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where like they're really competitive and they're like, I've got to be like super you know, popular or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even men who are like that, they're usually very feminine men, even if they look like really masculine. I'm just saying like this looks maxing thing is kind of an example of that, where it's like, you know, I've got to be the best looking guy at the party or something. That's not real. I don't think that's a very common trait in men. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've never really known that many men who really think like that. I mean, I'm sure there are some, but
no, girls like it more when you make them laugh and not be a creeper.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a lot more to like attraction for men than like looks. Like looks is definitely part of it, but I don't think it's like number one.
Personality.
Yeah, I think personality is probably number one. Like hygiene, you know, sense of humor, and then looks. I think looks is like looks helps 100%, but it's not like the number one thing. And I think for women, looks is a part of it, but it's not really for their attraction. It's not really for men's attraction. I think like it's really like, okay, there's a lot of men who want to sleep with a lot of women, but there's not a lot of women that will sleep with like every guy. So there's like a lot of overlap. I'm not saying it right, but what I mean is like women have a lot more choices than men. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like women can kind of choose which guy they want to be with. Men, you know, they might have to talk to 100 women to like find one that might want to be in a relationship with them, right? So that's very different because even the ugliest woman has like a lot of choices. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But their looks in as far as in the pecking order of other women, like in a friend group, if one girl's prettier than the other women, one of two things or two different things can happen, right? I think number one, all the other women will be a little bit jealous. And so depending on what that friend group is like, they might try to like denigrate the pretty woman because they're insecure around her. And on the other side, if there's like 3 very pretty women and 3 very ugly women, the 3 pretty women might gang up on the uglier women. And I use ugly in a loose term. Like I'm not saying it like to judge them. I'm just saying like I think you'll see this thing where like a lot of women will like bully the uglier women just because it keeps them in a certain like rank above what they perceive as like an uglier woman, right?
Yeah,
but what
and I'm sorry, what?
Go ahead, because you're a woman. Maybe you know, maybe you know a little bit about this.
Well, yeah, I've definitely like experienced that, especially just in like my last year of school. I had this huge friend group. It was just of girls, just women, and they were way more popular than me. And I was the one who, you know, didn't talk, didn't do anything. I was just there because I wanted friends. And I noticed that they would do the subtlest thing to push me down and keep me down as like the lowest.
Yeah, I've seen it happen a lot. And honestly, I didn't really pay attention to it because I was like, well, because women never talk about it, right? Like women actually don't really like to talk about this.
You know, it's actually funny. Speaking on the topic of bullying, before I had my racial issues, I actually was picked on more by girls than I was guys. And it wasn't because I was ugly. That's the funny thing. I was never called ugly. It's just they weren't interested in me. So I don't know. Take that as you will. But I didn't really have bad experiences with girls. You know, like girls weren't really assholes. That's what's weird. I mean, you had your mean girls, you had your preppy mean girls, whatever. But sorry, I just want to throw that in there. My girl experience wasn't that bad in school. I didn't have a shit ton of assholes.
Well, most bullying among women happens with other women, for sure.
Oh yeah, I can tell you that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was prevalent in my school. Girls bullying other girls.
And Gabriel's here, so maybe I think Gabriel has a little insight because he definitely has been around like a lot more young people than I have in the last 20 years. So, welcome.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Neuro?
So, I don't know if you caught some of like what was happening, but I was like, I kind of did the TikTok thing, and yeah, it was pretty weird situation.
What you mean? What'd you do, like Andrew Wilson style TikTok invasion?
Kind of, yeah. I was like basically just it was like some like leftist kind of like weird kind of like white people, and they were like you know, they're just like super woke, and but long story short, you know, they were just saying all the like talking points, and they're like, you know, she's like, well, all white men are like evil and irredeemable unless they're willing to like sacrifice themselves to the matriarchy and let women run things. And I was like, well, I don't think women really like treat each other that well on average. And she freaked out, and she's like, that's because men have oppressed us. And she's like, I have a study from Stanford that says that like women, if you put them alone in the house, they're nicer to each other. and men will like fight and do violence, and I'm like, that's not really evidence, you know. Like I was like, that's kind of a ridiculous argument.
Yeah.
And then they
Remember
have like
hearing
a
that.
guy saying like anybody who's white is automatically an oppressor because you like look like somebody who like enslaved people 400 years ago. And I was like, that's like me saying that all black people are exactly the same because they look like some person who did a bad thing a long time ago or something. And, you know, it's like, it's just a really stupid argument. And I was like, it's really insulting. And well, I eventually just called the guy an Uncle Tom, which I knew was going to blow up the conversation, but I did it because I was like, you're using racist talking points against yourself and then pretending like it's like a good argument to help your own people. I was like, I just find that really offensive, you know. So like I was definitely a dick about it, but I just kind of like got tired of them because they were just being really extremely disrespectful the entire time, you know.
What do people like to say in this space? Like they're not being good faith for a discussion.
Say it again. Sorry.
They're not being good faith in a discussion. They're not having.
Well, yeah, they were just being like their whole argument was just like, you know, fuck all white people and especially men. It was really against men. And then the black guy was even saying like, oh, I love women. Like all the women I know were great and all the men I knew were bad. But then he's like, I'm proud to be a black man. I'm like, it's just like a weird thing where it's like
doesn't seem real sometimes.
Yeah, it's like you hate all men and you hate all white people, and it's like it just seemed really weird, you know.
Online spaces are strange, man. Like I'm sure people think that offline, but those people sound like some people who are. Yeah, well, it's just like theories and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but
like, what are they really doing in life? That's what I'm like more interested in a sense. Does it match up with what they're saying?
Well, they kind of caught me because they kind of knew I was kind of trolling them a little bit, and I definitely was trolling a little bit, but I was really trying to like have a real conversation with them too. But it was it is just really weird because they were like they started out the whole conversation kind of like, you know, saying like anyone who's MAGA, anybody who likes Trump is just like, you know, basically deserves to get killed. Essentially, I was like, okay, so I already knew it was going to be bad. You know what I mean? I was like, I already know it's going to be really bad. But then they thought I was like a communist, so I was like, okay, cool. I have the communist cover, so I was like, oh, I'll just roll with it, you know.
I mean, assuming things is crazy, bro. Just like even like, I mean, I know you. I mean, I think that's.
Oh no, you and I definitely assumed a lot about each other for sure, and I think it was justified for sure because we didn't know where our past came from, right? So we're just kind of like bumping up, and in Lorp's like that too. Like I know Lorp pretty well, but like he and I will just like totally come at each other the wrong way all the time. So like, trust me, I understand. Like it's a pretty.
Well, I mean, even with him, this televised, right? You changed your name or something again? Was that Lord? Hello?
He might not be there, but if he's there, but yeah, that's him. Yeah.
But like, I mean, even with him and like anyone I've met, like I think I've grown up a lot in the last almost year and a half. I've been in this panelverse or whatever, and I'm realizing that to meet people where they're at is a better way to get like a real conversation because like, I mean, everyone's playing games.
You're much better.
Everyone's playing games. Yeah, but it's you're good because you don't have to deal with a lot of bullshit because you put your boundaries up pretty good, you know.
Well,
in terms of people who come to your space.
That's why I never have any viewers.
I mean, no offense to you, NPC, but I've never been out of the way to you, and you've always been kind of out of the way to me. So I don't know where you're coming at, but I've been legit in the whole year that I've come to LARP at TML.
Gabriel, let me tell you something about LARP. LARP is very unaware of like how he comes across to people, so don't take that personally.
Well, I mean, I get that, but you know, I've made it very clear that my whole point is to wake up humanity to the satanic New World Order. You know, where they're eating the children, but you know. So.
Yes, and that's why I was attracted to your message, and I actually like you probably remember like I put that I was like really excited that I put that one of your rants, and I mean that respectfully, about the New World Order and all the crazy people like on my channel because it was sick, and then I think what it was is and one of the times I talked to you, I felt like we had a really deep, like, heart to heart in a sense, and I was like, and then I don't know whatever happened, and then maybe I was rude to you, and then we went back and forth, and ever since then it was stupid. But all I know is, I mean, you have a lot of interesting things you say, and I mean, just get out of the way. I really mean it. I apologize if I was a dickhead or anything, dude. I don't.
I mean, I accept it. Me too.
Crazy.
I mean,
yeah,
I'm in it for humanity, man.
And I apologize for my.
And I see that.
I apologize for my nonsense too, because trust me, I know that I'm a dick. I've told a lot of people behind the scenes, like, I know I'm a dick, and I really don't mean to be most of the time. But
I don't think you guys are. I don't think we are.
No, Warp knows. Like, he and I like really get pissed off with each other. So it's a common thing.
Yeah, it's just someone that has to slow down. I mean, I know for me, I need to just slow down and, like I said, meet people where they're at and listen a little bit more, and just realize that we don't know what everyone's going through. It's like you don't know everything that's going, what I'm going through. I don't know everything offline with you guys, and sometimes we have certain, days and stuff where we get, shit happens, and
and I think we're smart because a lot of us have tried to keep what we're going through off the internet, and I think that's smart for us. Unless we become friends in real life, but that's a different story. But like, as far as this, because you just don't know who's watching. Like, there's other people were like stalking my profile, like, oh, he's in San Francisco, blah blah blah. Like, they're so upset, because they're so upset. They're like trying to figure out, like, what's up with this guy, and they're like jumping to conclusions about everything. And again, it's kind of weird because, like, a lot of the videos I make, like, I definitely come into it with like an idea that I'm trying to get across, but it's really like every video I make, I'm making myself laugh, and that's like the number one thing I'm trying to do. But then, like, to watch other people, what they interpret it to mean is always interesting to me. I'm like, wow, like, I didn't think of it that way.
I think if people know that, they wouldn't get so angry, bro. Like if people knew, it's like my wife used to, like, especially during the COVID stuff when that shit was going on. I used to post about the V's and stuff, and sometimes my wife would say, like, maybe you should put captions more and explain your point of view because you're coming across like a madman. She didn't say it like that.
No,
but like,
that's why we need women around, because like I was definitely
kind of like really put the brakes on a little bit. Yeah.
I was really bad about it. Like, I used to go into public and get so fucking mad at people who were like, pro V and pro mask. And it wasn't because like I thought that they were bad people. It was just because like
you want to help them, probably.
Well, yeah, I was just kind of thinking to myself, I was like, why do you guys just not consider that this is a weird fucking situation? Like, the entire world has to suddenly change everything about it overnight. And look, I got really sick. So like, I believe that there was a virus.
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, like, even knowing like that I might die right now, I was just like, and look, even in retrospect, sometimes I think maybe I should have just worn the mask. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have gotten so fucking sick. Yeah. But again, I can admit that now, but at the same time, I'm like, it's like, it's like, I still stand by like my feeling about it, because at the time it was like, dude, it's just a bizarre thing that they're like, that everybody just treated it like normal. Because in real life, people I knew, like, dude, I remember I went to a store to get some groceries one time, right? And honestly, I didn't not even want to go grocery shopping, because every time I did, I was like stressed out about it, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the reason why is like, when I'm wearing a mask, I couldn't really breathe, like I felt it very suffocating, right?
Yeah,
and
it is.
And on top
especially
of
if you wear glasses too.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then everybody starts staring at you if you like take it off to breathe. And a lot of people were actually on the same side, but you never knew. And like one time I was checking out, and this store manager came up to me, and she's like, "You need to put that back on." I was like, you need to get the fuck out of my face. Like, I can't breathe. And are you gonna call the ambulance and like give me some, like resuscitate me if I pass out on the floor because like I can't breathe? And I kind of lied. I was like, well, I have a disability and you're breaking the law. And I just said that just to be a dick to her, But but then like all these like big ass dudes came over, was like, oh, you can't talk to her like that. I was like, talk to her like what? Like, you come over here bullying me, and I literally just can't breathe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't come over here like you're gonna do something, you know?
Bro,
I'm
these
really a nice
like
person, but that's how I felt in the moment. I was like, dude, like you guys just gotta chill the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like everybody in the building wear a mask, you know?
Right, and I think it's like, I think in the end, this is like not Occam's razor, but like I think all this shit was to see how far they could push it. They, the social engineers, whoever, they're trying to push to see what we could take. Kind of like that South Park episode, the gyrosphere at the airport, where it goes up their butt. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
Yeah,
it was when
that's
that
exactly.
yeah.
No, it is. It was totally like that. 100%.
See how far, yeah. But then and then people are at their wits' end with the quote unquote virus, and then the measures they're taking, the separation and all that. It literally becomes Squid Games. I just started watching that, bro, for the first time last week, and that shit is, even though it's like a campy, hype beast show, it's a really good show because it's like when people are pushed to the edge, like the real
Yep.
The real self comes out, man, and that C-19 stuff, Conan 19, bro, it pushed everyone to the edge, man.
It did.
Especially if you're a real woke person.
Oh, dude. Well, and it made a lot of us, like, I mean, honestly, I'm still recovering from it because I've always been a pretty social person, although I don't really seem like it. Like, I actually like going out.
No, you do seem
the
like
videos. Like the videos of you, like at the Boom Boom Room or wherever you were at, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you knew it was the Boom Room. That's funny.
Yeah, cool. Because I've been there. I used to go there too. I love that place. That was a cool place.
Yeah.
And I like those type of clubs. Not necessarily that one, but like I like places like that. Like
not the doucher clubs, right?
Huh?
It's not the doucher like like only techno music. Nothing wrong with technical per se, but
I like I love techno. I just don't like. I do like
too.
Raves. I don't like raves though. But like,
there's a time and a place for it.
I like smoky, like people smoke, like people
like a lounge.
People doing a little coke, people doing a little, smoking joints. Like I like those type of places. I don't like like super, like loud giant music where you can't hear anybody or whatever.
Yeah.
And and I haven't done that for a long time, even before COVID. But
it's good for your soul, man.
But I would love to, but really, but since COVID, like I don't really want to, because like you said, it just kind of brought up this thing in me where I'm like, I kind of see how people are, and I'm like, I don't really want to be around. Like I want to have control over the people I'm around. That's really what I'm trying to say. Is like I don't want to be around shitty people, and like it really does make you very suspicious of people, and I think that's really sad, honestly. Like you can't really. It feels like it's hard to drop your guard now,
Yeah, because those times, those videos, all you see, those vlogs I use, that was like 2012, 2013, and I would just go all over the city, San Francisco and Oakland, mostly San Francisco. They hate Ashbury.
I wonder if we ever ran into each other.
Just talk to people. We might have, bro. I used to go to Hippie Hill a lot, the Golden Gate Park, and just talk to people and stuff.
No, and San Francisco used to be a really nice place for that too. Like back in those days, like before 2012, it was a really cool place to be. Honestly, it really was.
Yeah.
And it's really the last 10, 15 years, it's really gotten like not that cool anymore.
That's sad.
Like, there's cool people around, but you got to be in a clique though. Like, it's not like before where you could just walk up and meet people.
Yeah.
And people are like totally, like I hung out with like coke dealers and like tech people, like AI, like AI experts and like cops and drug addicts and like everybody just kind of mingled together. You know what I mean? But
it's Tatooine and separate Star Wars, bro. That Market Street, the main thoroughfare, is basically like the Star Wars bar. Like everyone, all the weirdos, like all the. All the others come around there.
Well, last time I was down there, man, it was so sketchy. I was really sad, honestly, because like, and then
dangerous,
I found out there's like the Crazy Horse down there, and I didn't even know there was a strip club on Market, and I was like, what? And because like,
we went there.
Yeah,
my college is right around the corner.
Yeah, I didn't know.
From there,
I didn't
we went
know
there
that, but it's crazy down there. Like that area is so bad now. Like it's so it's so like everybody's walking around with like a ski mask, like looking to jack people, or it's really
Damn. And a lot of the businesses are shut down, right? Just like all of
yeah,
a lot of
everything's
America, right?
boarded up. Yeah, everything's boarded up, man. I went to that mall behind the Macy's, like that other mall on Market.
Yeah. It's the one that used to have the center, like the dome with the dome,
dude,
right in the middle.
It was
I filmed in there for
decimated. There's only like 10% left of that mall that's functioning.
Yeah.
And I tried to like film a little bit, and like the security guards came over, like, you can't film in here.
Oh
and I'm
God.
I'm like, damn, dude. Like, there's not even there's like literally less than 50 people in the whole giant building, and I was like, they're like, you can't film in here. I was like, whoa, okay. There's probably like 25 people in the whole mall. I'm not even joking with you. Like, I was like, wow.
Dude, all the malls are like that. Like, I'm from the South Bay, like Sunnyvale, Cupertino. There's Valco, that's probably shut down. Westgate, West San Jose, East Ridge Mall, East San Jose. Like,
yeah, it's weird because there's no place to just go and chill anymore. There's really no place to like go and mingle, you know, and like just see people out and about. Like you know, I guess there's some places, but it's all like suburbanized. It's all suburban stuff, you know. So like your best chance to go and like meet people is like a Walmart or like a mall, or, you know. There's not really like, I mean, and a lot of the public events have become like extremely woke. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know, that's why I like hanging out with the Asians so much. I think is just because like they're the least woke. Like they have like the least woke shit. Like they still just like do like their stupid stuff. You know, not stupid. I don't want to say stupid, but like they still do like their own like culture. You know what I mean? Like they just kind of do what they're gonna do anyways. They don't really like woke it up that much. You know.
Well, damn, our problem just seems to be the occasional mental health or a crackhead sleeping out in the back of the woods taking a shit, writing 666 and Satan lives on the wall.
Well, I wanted to ask you this, Carbo, because I mean Gabriel, because my friend Kai here was telling me about how like women bully each other. Have you seen that in your experience with schools and stuff? Like, do you think that like women are pretty harsh to each other in school, or not really?
I teach anywhere from second graders all the way to high schoolers. I used to teach college people and professionals, but like, and I don't see it at my school too much, women bullying other women. But what I do see is what kind of like what you were talking earlier about, like basically like male female social dynamics, like all that red pill stuff and black pill. I see the things that they talk about like being played out from the younger kids in a more innocent way, but like a lot of the things are the same. But women bullying other women, I think that's more of an older thing, huh? Older women, like actually women, not like teenagers.
Well, what I mean is like there's always like a pecking order. Like I'm sure you've seen it like in the HR or something, where it's like, you know, there's always like the one mother hen who kind of like.
Okay, well, I've seen that in school. Then, if you're talking about like that,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I wouldn't say the same.
Subtle. It's more like subtle, like, you know, like it's kind of like have you heard this term frame mogging recently, where it's like,
of course, like clavicular.
Yeah,
frame
exactly.
frame mock from the kids from Arizona.
So I'm thinking like the woman version of that is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I've seen that, and I mean the red pill. They always say like there's no such thing as an alpha woman, but in terms of like colloquially talking language, casual language, yeah, I've seen like there's a popular girl or leader in the class, and a lot of the girls will flock to her and try to get approval from her.
Get Slim Maxwell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do you think she was running Epstein?
Well, that's what it seems like, and that's what's kind of ironic is like everybody's like Epstein, man. And I'm like, there's a lot of women involved in this stuff. There's a lot of women involved, and that's what's so weird is like everyone's saying this is evidence that men are really evil, and I'm like, yeah, but like, what about all the women involved? And they're like, well, they're all victims. Like, yeah, but I'm like, why are they like? It's weird. That's kind of what I was arguing about with these people in this panel. They're like infantilizing women, saying they have no agency, they have no responsibility, they have no accountability. I was like, that's just very insulting to women, I think, you know?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, when you were speaking of the crazy horse and all that, like, you know where how Twitter or X is on that around that area, Market Street in San Francisco.
Yeah, I used to
Like,
work really close to that X building. By the way.
Okay, then you live by where my school's across the street. It's called CIIS, California Institute of Integral Studies. And it's a very liberal. It's basically liberal studies in the bachelor's program, and mostly people go there for like counseling and psychology degrees, and for masters. And it's really cool school, bro. But however, bro, when I was there, I was definitely didn't know about red, black pill, any of that stuff. And I remember going to lectures where these grad students, they would give these lecture on the patriarchy and how evil men were. It was like, what the hell? Like dudes, and the women were just eating it up. And I remember one of the women telling me before my cohort, they were like, "Oh, one day we're gonna convert you to be a feminist." Like, what? Like,
well, so this is what this is why me and Pill Eater have like really weird conversations, because he's really teaching me like what's going on with it. But like from his point of view, and I think it's pretty accurate, is like a lot of this stuff is so disingenuous. Like most of the people that are like running these things, they don't actually believe in it. They're just using it as a weapon to like fuck people's heads up and then make them like weaponized, right? And I think that's so like that's why we say like really offensive stuff. Like I was on a panel earlier on X because he asked me to go, and I went on there and I was saying like really offensive stuff. But I did it for a reason, because almost everyone on that panel was a disingenuous person. None of them really believe what they're saying. Like the only person who did was like one of the main guys I was talking to, and he's like, okay, so he's an Afghani immigrant who's a lawyer in New York City, I think, and he's saying that he's gay, which I'm not sure if that's true or not. He might not actually be gay, but he's saying that like I'm a gay Afghani communist who loves it, who's a bottom, who loves to get railed by men.
Man, he just checks all the boxes.
Yeah, exactly. And
wait, is he disabled?
Yeah. Well, he called himself retarded because I said they're making everybody gay and retarded, and he's like, well, too late. I'm already gay and retarded. And I was like, well,
a retarded lawyer.
Well, I definitely can say they're trying to convince everyone that they're retarded if you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, but we were having a really deep conversation about like what happened with like the neo-Nazi alt-right people, and about like the new communist people and liberalism and all these different things. And again, it's like I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just kind of speaking their jive. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I can see, especially if it's a Pill Eater influence place, like, because he be saying stuff that I don't even understand, but it sounds so high powered. I'm like, damn.
Well,
takes me a while to get it. But
anyway. A lot of times, I don't even think he knows fully what he's saying. It's kind of like you just learn the jive.
Stream of consciousness.
Like, yeah, you just kind of have to learn the jive, and I think that's kind of what I realized is like it's very valuable to like learn the jive of like feminism and these things, not because you believe in it, but because
that's why I went to that school, bro.
As to like what they're actually trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's like dark arts. I look at it as Harry Potter, dark arts. Remember, everyone hated Professor Snape. They're like, oh, he's so evil, but he taught them, you know, what the ops were doing and how to be prepared and how to, you know, use those tactics too. So
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I think that you can use it for good, but it does like damage your soul for sure. Like
it does.
It definitely your
Look
cost.
into the abyss. Yeah.
Like you're definitely gonna have
when
like,
you were talking about that.
that.
Yeah, Baltimore, no nose. When you were talking about how you were talking to this gay Afghani like retarded lawyer, and you doing your I don't know, whatever Christian nationalist LARP or whatever, like I'm thinking of that scene of Inglourious Bastards where the two spies are talking to each other. They're both Nazis. Remember, one's an American double spy. He's a SS. And then the other guy is like a British trying to be a Nazi, you know, undercover. So
exactly,
because that guy is probably LARPing. Watch.
Well, he definitely is on some level because he was hanging out with Richard Spencer like 2 days ago. So, so he definitely.
Oh, he was. Damn.
Oh yeah,
up
for
there.
sure. So he's a gay Afghani guy hanging out with Richard Spencer. So what does that tell you, right? Like,
Yeah, the only gay guy I hung out with today was 10th Man. Came on my street.
Is he gay? That's
oh
funny.
yeah, he lets everyone know that he always talks about his husband, how he's 51% gay. Yeah.
That's see, but that's that's a really good cover though. Like if you, it's a really good cover if you want to like go into liberal circles. You just you just like and that's why I like Gen X Jeff, because like whenever I talk to Gen X Jeff, like it's just such a good like cover. It's like you could talk about anything with Gen X Jeff and he won't.
It's easy to talk to. He is easy to talk to. Yeah. What do you guys think of the new machine? I think of like their seasons, and even in the almost 2 years I've been here, on the Machine Lives panel. What do you guys think about the current regulars? And I don't mean to talk shit or anything. Like, I mean,
I like a lot of them. But I don't like to be on the panel with all of them at the same time. If that makes sense.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just too much. And so like I'll go in if I see like an opportunity to like get a good like agreement in, but I just got to be careful because like I don't want to I don't know. I'm just a dick. I don't know.
Everyone's like pretty so smart. Everyone's very intelligent, and there's always something cool. But it is a hard fit sometimes when certain people are there.
Well, it's just like overly autistic. Like here's the thing: is like Gabriel, you know a lot of shit about like esoteric stuff, but you don't bring it all out, right? And I think that, and I respect that because I really don't know what I'm talking about, but I just bring out stuff that like I think I might know, and I'm like, hopefully this sticks.
And you're like really me, bro. That's what I do, though. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
you know a lot, bro.
Because I'm just trying to figure stuff out. I don't really have like a hard opinion. Like I'm a Christian, and that's about that's about as much as I know. Like I don't know much else than that, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, you were talking about earlier about people get mad at you for you being the question guy. That's me. That's all I do when I go on TMLs. It's like asking like hella questions or other people. For the most part,
like you have to be like that, and it feels like I'm interviewing everybody, but like it is kind of like
we are everyone. We're rating John Connors. We have to.
Exactly. Well, and I really like Howard Stern. Like, did you ever watch Howard Stern back in the day? Like the old
he's my favorite. My mom raised me on that.
Yeah,
I'm going to school. The Whack Pack and all that stuff.
Yeah, I used to watch the
Hank
show.
Beetlejuice incarnated.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. I would never call Hank that, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't mean it. Yeah.
No, but Hank's a good troll. Like Hank's one of the best trolls I've ever met in my life, man. He's not even trolling, but I get it.
Good. That Snafu dude, like I don't know, Lord, have you met Snafu before?
Yeah,
I'm sure I have.
I don't like Snafu because he started calling me
crazy, bro.
He started calling me a
he calls everyone that, yeah.
And I just kicked him off and blocked him immediately. And he's like, "Oh, you're censoring me." It's like, go call somebody else that. Like, I'm not gonna deal with it. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, like with the Hank thing, like Hank hadn't been on my. He used to come on my panel all the time. He was a mod and everything, but he hadn't been there like I don't know, almost a year. But he came on like a couple months ago, bro, just to come on. And I didn't even talk to Hank. And then Snafu just started attacking me because he hates Hank and so much so that like he ended up striking my channel because I had Hank on my show. It was like he did it live on OTW's broadcast, and OTW shared it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Crazy, bro. These guys are,
but now you understand why I didn't go on your panel for a long time. It's not because I don't.
You're smart.
I don't want to get involved in like whatever they got going.
You would tell me, Neuro, in a nice, graceful way. You'd be like, "NPC, you got a lot of stuff going on over there. A lot of people, kind of like heads up, bro." Like,
well, it's just weird because like they're all about censoring people, but they all pretend like they're about free speech, and that's what I don't like. It's like just be a totalitarian, just block everybody and kick everybody off. Like, don't do this like thing where you like pretend to be everybody's friend and like you actually let people go.
I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even pretending. I was actually trying to maybe gullible me.
Oh no, I'm not talking about you. No. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about everybody else. Yeah. Like you were just trying to do a show, I think, you know. But a lot of these other people, they just like they pretend like they're just doing a show, but really like they just, you know, like I don't want to like cause a war, but like Flow State's a good example. Like Flow state doesn't want free flowing conversation over there. And
ain't that the truth?
Yeah, and again, I don't blame him, but I'm just saying, like, don't pretend that it's like an open panel and it's not. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's one of the most unwelcoming panels I feel uncomfortable when I've gone up there. Not that he won't let you up and stuff, but it's just.
And I'm not even mad at
there's nothing really going on.
It's just
he's doing his thing. It's a business for him, I guess.
Like it's not even a grift. Like, I don't even care if people grift. I'm like, we should all be grifting. We should all be trying to make money from this. But
that's right. Someone buy me a blunt.
Yeah, exactly. No, like I think we should all be grifting, and helping each other grift more. But it's very different to do that versus, like, you know, let's like kiss somebody's ass because they have a bunch of followers and we're just gonna like suck them off. So we
that's what happens with him, bro.
Stuff. You know,
you got to hear these people going to other panels. They always talk about like Ortho Guy and other people like flow state this. I'm not trying to be a hater, but like goddamn, like bro, get your nose out of that.
Because I think and again, it's like I have a weird way of looking at it. Like, it's gonna sound like I'm being like a really snooty guy, as the other people are saying. Like, it's like this. Like, we should all be challenging each other to like do a better, more challenging show every time. Like, every show should be the best show that we try to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not gonna happen.
I'm finally doing that, bro.
You know, like,
it's not gonna happen. What you say?
Say it again. Sorry.
Did you say it's not going to happen if what?
Oh, I was just saying it's not going to happen if we're all like pumping each other up, like, yeah, man, great job today, blah, blah, blah. You know, and then like actually nothing's happened and nothing's changed, right? Like, I think that like so like, for my opinion, like, it's like the Howard Stern thing. Like, Howard Stern was always trying to kind of like one up himself. Like, the next day I'll try to do it. A more wild show. Like, even when Trump used to go on a show and like Trump would be like, you know, like just a total dick on Howard Stern's show. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's the Trump that I grew up with. So I'm like, I kind of like Trump for that reason, where it's like he was just a douchebag. You know, it's like at least it's like something funny. You know, I don't know.
It's entertaining. He's the most entertaining we've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's the reason I like Trump is from the beginning. Is the only reason I liked him is just because like he's way more entertaining to listen to than like almost anybody else.
Never a dull moment.
George Bush was like that too. Like, George Bush was hilarious to like listen to him like in a speech. You know, like I did not like George Bush, but I liked
more because I was already programmed with my California liberal stuff like that. Like, you know, everyone Bush bad, Bush the son bad, but I didn't actually hear.
Oh, I hated.
The funny thing is,
I hated Bush, but I thought he was funny. Yeah.
Okay.
I hated
Remember
Bush.
they either fool me once or fool me twice or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nuclear. It's nuclear.
They threw a shoe at him too in Iraq.
Yeah, and he laughed at it. He started laughing.
Yeah. Supposedly he's cool. Like he like paints. He's a painter now. He's super chill.
He's trying to be like he's trying to be like the Austrian painter. No, I'm just kidding.
The Austrian, I love that. Like, I know people say mustache man, but I like Austrian painter.
Yeah,
I like
it's just funny because
that's right. I'm sure he's a real Bob Ross.
Right.
Do you think Bob Ross is really a Vietnam vet that like has like 30 confirmed kills and all that? You ever heard that one?
We call this happy accident. I don't know. Probably. I don't know much about him. I watched him when I was a really young kid, and I never really.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Max Visions just kind of has that aura of Bob Ross.
Yeah, there's a lot of like. Here's what's crazy is like it's funny because everybody's like suspicious, like who's the Fed or whatever, and I'm sure there are some, but it's also like
probably.
Yeah, there's definitely some probably around, but like to me it's just like funny because like I think like most of the people that we talk to are just like funny people that are just like cool, you know, because they've just seen a lot of like weird shit in their life.
Yeah. You know what my because when I used to do shows, so I first started doing these kind of like these internet radio shows with a group of guys they weren't necessarily Nation of Islam, but they were kind of like that, but like kind of like metaphysical, mystical and stuff. And I definitely bet they used to have like feds and stuff call in and stuff. And the dude that ran the show, Supreme, he would say, he's all, I don't really trip about if there's feds listening. He's all, if anything, they'll probably learn something from us. And as long as they're respectful,
that's always been my attitude.
respectful, that's cool.
That's always been my attitude. I've never
he
really
wasn't
been
doing
worried
anything
about
illegal or anything. You know?
Yeah, the feds don't really bother me, honestly. Like, I'm not doing anything illegal, so I'm like, let them hang out and listen. I don't care.
Yeah. I guess it's like just, at least for me when I was younger, maybe it would be like the reason I wouldn't like someone like that, particularly is because I'm like, you're being being deceptive, you know?
Right.
Like, but then again, like probably 90-some% of people are probably being deceptive. You know, their persona or whatever.
Well, Brown's Boy's been right about some of what he's saying for sure. Like there's definitely like some people who have like some very strange agenda. I just not going to pretend like I know what that is. I don't know what it is. Yeah, for sure. Talcott's got some sort of weird agenda. Like
Televised. What do you think about him?
Who?
Sorry, Lord. Lord, is it Lore? Lore, right? Let me see.
Oh, Lord, what does he think about Talcott? I know he doesn't trust Talcott for sure.
No, I didn't trust Talcott the very first day I heard him talk, but then again, I feel the same way about Flow State the very first time I heard him talk, or Paul and Slade, and probably like over 50% of the people we've talked to. So,
yeah, Talcott's like a weird. My biggest problem with
I think he's more like a Jim Jones kind of dude. Whether or not he's trying to like build an actual like Heaven's Gate type deal, I don't know, but he's definitely he's not there to get me through my addictions. So.
Yeah, he is like a Jim Jones like type of shit. However, I don't think he has the ambition or he's kind of lazy. He's like the lazy lion.
Yeah, I don't think
he could if he wanted to, but he's kind of lazy.
Yeah, I don't think he's that serious about whatever he's doing. Like,
yeah, he wants other people to do the work for him. Like if he ever talks to him, he always goes, if you know anyone that can get me to the White House, let me know. Like he's always trying to network one up. Like
I mean, remember, Jim Jones did have the guys with the machine guns. Say drink the Kool-Aid, you're gonna get shot anyway. So I mean, he didn't technically have to do anything. So
yeah, but the thing about Jim Jones is we were just talking about this the other day with Shadow Blue that like. He was smart about he picked his congregation where a lot of like poor black and browns and whites, and he in the Bay Area and other parts of America, mostly in the Bay Area, and he used their disenfranchisedness to his advantage and like just cracked their head open and stuff. And he knew the Bible front to back. Yeah.
That's right. Greetings and salutations.
My biggest problem with Talcott and all that stuff, and even like Tommy, is like it just gets old. It's like
I know it's a loop.
New. There's never like a new thing to talk about.
Not entertaining.
Yeah, it's like
you know what's entertaining about it? Why people watch him, because Talcott's actually getting more numbers. He's getting close to 90 to 100 people every day now. I notice it's because it's a loop. People, even though it's a loop, dude, like people can. There's something about the consistency of knowing that you're going to get a shit show if you listen to Talcott.
I know,
it's
but
going to
like,
be somebody.
Yeah, it's like a dopamine hit for people.
I just feel like we could do better. I want to see real Jerry Springer shit. Like I want to see like pregnancy tests, like lawyers, like something, just like something good. Like it's just I'm just tired of like the trailer trash, like optics of it. It's like it's just nothing interesting.
It is boring.
I just feel like we deserve better. Like if we're gonna do a trailer trash show, like let's just like even the Thorpes. Like I don't even like the Thorpes, but they're like real trailer trash. Like they take it all the way. Like just do it all the way if you're gonna do it. Like
Sarah today, I heard her say that like she literally like solidified the fact that like she's all at this point. We can all say that they definitely have an incestuous relationship.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's actually believable. Like it's actually believable that they're like what they portray themselves as, right? Like I'm just saying, like if you're gonna do it, just go all the way with it. Like I'm just it's like
Yeah.
Like I never watched their show, but like every time I've seen them, like they look fucked up. Like they look like crazy people.
They do. The funny thing is, he was a Catholic. Um, he at a Catholic private school. He taught a religion,
Yeah, he's
and
just, like if anybody's a Fed, he's
he knows
probably a
his
Fed,
shit.
honestly. So I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Like he's probably a Fed.
Yeah.
You
Big
know, and
Ben.
I'm not scared of it. I'm just saying like that's just the truth. Like he's definitely he's definitely got some like credentials behind him for sure, and he's definitely got some connections. So like, you know, it
What's
is what
his
it
name?
is.
Flow State. Flow State was a Proud Boy, right?
Yeah, I mean that doesn't really. I mean, it's definitely suspicious, but like I don't really think that that's like that big of a deal. I mean, I bet Proud Boys like they're definitely act like Feds, but it's also kind of like it's also like they're kind of retarded, honestly. Like I don't know if you ever met one.
Kind of meathead athlete.
Yeah,
The
they're
one
just
guy that I
they're-
thought for sure probably worked for them. A good chance was Based Oracle.
Based Oracle was at least funny though. Like he was a lot funnier than he let on, but but you know, it's just like everybody got too much into their character, and I think that's the problem with a lot of the stuff. Is like everybody's just like too much of like the character. They're not just like they're not just like leaning it enough, I guess, you know. And like I said, I've met Proud Boys. Proud Boys are like very just retarded. Like there's nothing special about them at all.
Right.
Like they asked me like, "Oh, you want to join?" I was like, honestly, like no, because like I don't want to get like wrapped up in what
That's like me. Like when they came out here and they said, "You want to join the Masons out here?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm kind of busy, man." Like,
yeah, like all the Masons where I live are like these like weird Filipino guys who are like just like really into status and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like it's
more like business and networking for them.
Yeah, and look, don't get me wrong, like it's kind of cool, I get it, but it's also kind of like I don't like brown noser people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like people who are just gonna suck up to,
That's
like,
what it is.
I just don't get along with it. Like what you do, I'm not saying that you're a brown noser, but like you know how to like let people just kind of like talk. Right? That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is like people who are like overly, you know,
glazing
like,
and stuff.
Like try to get into the club and like they'll just do anything to be a part of a club. I just don't like. I don't like those type of people. Like it's just
We call those tryhards, right?
Yeah, they just try too hard to like be like be cool to get into the club. Like if you're just a cool person in general, like I think that's what you are. That's cool.
Yeah.
I just don't like people who are like, oh, I'm gonna go jump into the club and like and again, it might just be the ones that are around me, but like a lot of these groups, like Freemasons and stuff, like it's just I have trust issues, you know, like I think it's maybe a white people thing too, or at least where I come from, kind of white people. Like, it's like I don't want to be a part of a club that would have me be a part of their club, kind of like, you know.
Groucho Marx. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I would love
me,
to
it's
start
like
a cult or something, but you know, but I don't think I would want to be in.
well, I mean, you could like that's because I this is my point of view. I don't know. I think all these things are cults. Like YouTube communities, for example, are cults. I mean, you can be nice and say call it a tribe, but I know cult has a negative connotation, but
it's a
community tribe. It's like everyone has this like you know there's like a camaraderie, and even if you have like independent thinking, there is a certain group mind in the sense that like they're the outsiders, we're the insiders type stuff.
Yeah, and we.
I know. Trust me. All you gotta do is make a few AI generated videos with some satanic imagery, and you have a bunch of satanic Freemasons wanting to have you join them. So.
Well, and we've all been there. Like I've been there. Everybody's been there. Like anybody who's been online enough, like you're gonna fall into some form of it to a lesser or greater degree.
I want to start my own community. I still do. It's just I haven't really found anyone though. Like, yeah, there's a couple cool people that come around a lot, but
it's the people that you have the most in common with, right? Like you and I have certain things in common, and that's why when I first met you, I remember I said I was like, eventually, like we have to take it IRL. Now, of course, that's very dangerous for many reasons, right? Like you don't want to meet strangers on the internet, but at the same time,
at this point, though.
but also the stakes have to be real, right? So, I think he had a phone call or something, but yeah, I'm gonna cut this off because I need to go to bed. But I really appreciate you guys. It was fun. It was fun to do this though.
Yeah.
But what did you think about that, guys? If you have any thoughts on it before I turn off.
It was nice. That's all.
You can kind of see what that I'm not just like a random person. Like I've been doing this for a while. So.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah.
And I will say, when I first found your account, I thought that you were insane. But not that I actually am like seeing this, I'm like, okay, this is making sense.
Oh, you have no clue. If you stay around long enough, you'll find out just how fucking insane we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that a lot, because my videos are definitely meant to look insane, but I don't think if you understand what I'm talking about, I don't think it's totally insane for sure.
Hey, bro, I got too excited reminiscing. I was like, remember Neuro when we used to talk late night on TMLs? Me and you would just be talking like for like a couple hours on the panel.
Exactly.
Like always good conversations, man.
No, we have a lot in common, and I think a lot of us that click together, like we do have a lot in common. It's just kind of like, it's just tough because the internet, you just never really know 100% like who the other people are, and but that's it. Like Pillator has been telling me this thing recently where it's like he's like, well, back when we were growing up, it was like high trust in person and like low trust on the internet, right? Like we all use free memes and stuff.
That's true.
And now it's like high trust on the internet, and like in person, nobody trusts each other, and that's a really weird situation. Now,
that is true. Yeah. Over here though, I have a weird like buffer where maybe I get too comfortable because I live over here, and I'm like, I don't really care if people know more about me or whatever.
Well,
or if I share stuff on my stream, because
that's actually true though. Like that's one of the things that like I kind of feel a little jealous of that, because like when you go to, I've never been to where you're at, but I've been to like other places, and like I don't really feel nervous outside of America, but in America it's a very paranoid place for sure. Like in a lot
I
of
was
ways.
super paranoid. I had the gang stalking going on. I thought like living before I left, and I thought everyone was, and maybe they were, but then I was like losing it, bro. And then I remember one of my friends whose dad was his dad said he was gang stalking. He grew up with all that stuff, and he told me, my friend Ben, he's like, you ever thought though, like that maybe some of the times when we think we're being gang stalked, that actually they're like the adjustment bureau, like maybe there's some positive, there's like some angels or whatnot, like looking after us and stuff, and that kind of actually started to calm me down a little bit.
Yeah,
but I don't really feel that here as much.
I haven't experienced too much of that, but like I've definitely met a lot of people who really hardcore experienced it. I've definitely felt like a little bit of weird stuff, but like nothing too crazy.
It was pretty bad for me.
But I believe it though, because like there's a lot of people,
and I'm not even saying it's true, but it was real enough to me that like
there's a lot of people in the Bay Area who said that though. Like you're not like, there's a lot of people here who've seen that. And like I'll just say this: I was in San Francisco downtown a few days ago. I'm not downtown, like in one of the neighborhoods, and there was like people who had graffiti, saying like, "We need gang stalkers in this neighborhood," and like they like graffitied it on like random places and stuff. And then there's like a lot of like anti-gang stalking like stickers all over San Francisco too. And they're kind of hard to find, but if you look around, there's a lot.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and because like I always thought it was like a weird like joke or something until I started doing this internet stuff, and apparently it's like a big phenomenon. Like there's a lot of people who really believe it, and I don't make fun of them because I've felt really nervous.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Well, like with like people like Andrew Wilson and like the other people that I knew, like whatever they're a part of, like I don't know if they are gang stalked, but there's a lot of very dangerous people that float in those communities. So like for sure, you know, and that's kind of why I stay away from them, because there's some very, very, like I've had conversations with some of those people, like they've basically threatened my life for like opening my mouth about certain things. Like they didn't say it openly, but they kind of
pointing
like,
to it.
Like, you should shut the fuck up, essentially. You know, like, okay, like I'll believe you, you know, like, so whatever that's about, I don't know, but you know, Pill Eater gets death threats like every week. And
but I mean, let's be honest here. People make a death threat over anything. People are making death threats over fucking the person who played as Rey in fucking Star Wars. I mean,
well, but these people are like saying that they're like satanic ritual people that like want to like do like Charles Manson shit too.
I mean, I don't doubt it. I mean, my own police force here doesn't seem to be, you know, worried about the fact that, you know, people from other countries could be, you know, involved in child shit. Like, just that's the world you're living in, dude.
Well, I mean, I still don't want to believe that, but yeah, you're probably right.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, if it was her child, it would have been a completely different story. So.
Yeah. Lorp had somebody taking pictures of his kids at the store the other day. So
what?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, good thing he's going back to India, as that was some excuse. Yeah. You know.
He's like,
what did he say? Oh, I want to take a picture of an American kid or something.
I'll just put it this way. You know, I like to take things, you know, at face value, and you know, he's never been out of the way, so you know, I would like to take it at face value, which is why I didn't pull out my nunchucks and just assault the dude. I let the police handle it, but you know, it's just, you know, not normal. And the cop, the female cop had the gall to look me in the face and say, maybe it's a cultural difference. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know about you, but I don't just go around taking pictures of people's kids.
Yeah.
So
no, that's horrible, bro.
Let me send it to my daughter. Last time I checked, we're not related. So
yeah, as a teacher, I would never take a picture of any kid, like even if it was like Halloween, like, oh, this is my class. No, you don't do that. There was a guy on because me and Shadow Buddha, we used to go to this Black Pill stream. That's how we met. Shift. That's how we all met. And there was this guy who was like a manosphere coach named MLD, Modern Life Dating or whatever, John. And he used to post on his Instagram of him taking pictures of kids like on the train and stuff. It's fucking weird, bro. And he was like, and then when they confronted him about it, he's like, oh no, the girl was just wearing a cute little costume. I wanted to take a picture. It's like, you don't do that, man. Don't take pictures of kids.
yeah, Craigslist here in my city is probably like the #1 way that prostitutes or underage stuff is happening. But you know, I'm pretty active with my police here, but they don't really, you know, they care more about giving people tickets and than, you know, the crime rate. So I mean, the city here isn't managing their funds very well. They care more about opening up useless attractions while the infrastructure and crackheads and immigrants are littering and destroying our city. So, you know, when I can bag up over 10 to 15 trash bags full of trash from all the immigrants where they've just, you know, come to the park and, you know, use the park like it's, you know, Tijuana Saturday and just, you know, trash it. And then, you know, it's just at every level I see where in the infrastructure, nobody cares. You know, even our waste management, you know how many times I've called city waste management about how many fucking leaks in the water pipes in this city that I have seen just from where they didn't properly do the water around here, because no one apparently knows that when water freezes, you're supposed to let your water drip. So everyone had busted water lines around here. So, you know, either A, everyone's stupid, or B, we're just all stupid. I'm shocked that there's still people smart enough to run the power lines and shit. So I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
that's what the robots are for, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. My wife, she used to be like a, what they call it, like a liaison or public relations for the AI department here at the university, and like she would tell me at some of the conferences, that's what a lot of the people come from Israel and New Zealand and stuff like that, and all they would say that they would be all the infrastructure was basically AI now, like the water company, the power company, like
Our
all that stuff,
traffic,
the farming,
our traffic here, and it's funny that you said that our crime division set up a new AI thing where all the city cameras here, including the speeding meters, are linked up to it. And I've seen what it looks like, and it's pretty scary. I'll just put it this way: I'm not comfortable with the level of surveillance my city has now.
So there's not like any blind spots. They're gonna have every angle.
No. Yeah, like I'll put it this way: we have 2 or 3. You call them ghettos. I mean, that's what they are. But they're the most high frequency of the crime here, and I've seen how the cameras work. And I'll put it this way: on my Facebook page, when people are complaining about them racially profiling, I put it right in their face. They're not racially profiling you. They know exactly who you're associating with on these cameras. These cameras are so scarily detailed that
they're clear, right?
Oh man, it's so beautiful, and I'm telling you, 150 to 200 yards ain't nothing for these cameras and night vision. Oh, these people have no clue. It's scary, dude.
It's scary, bro.
And I'm just a civilian who, like, cops, you can call it white privilege all you want, but dude, cops like having intelligent conversations with conspiracy theorists, especially when most of the cops have tattoos with all-seeing eye triangles and owls on it. So, they're for the New World Order because most of them are off-duty military. So,
you said for the New World Order?
Oh, just about.
Damn.
And I can tell you, it's not just white cops. There's lots of black cops and Mexican cops who usually a lot of them here are fresh out of the military. They just they did maybe one or two. And I'm telling you, man, it's most of the security guards here who work at our mall. They're all off-duty sergeants or police officers. And they don't play with you. They'll search you. They'll 100% throw you up against the car. They'll search you. They up here. They do security at the ghettos up here. Off-duty police officers. They'll take you out of your car. They'll fucking search your They'll search your car and everything without a warrant. They don't play around. That's what I'm saying. Like when I get on here and do this stuff, it's just mainly to get people to understand that while we may live comfortably, it's not going to be that way forever.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. and I didn't want it to seem like weird when I'm like, oh man, like, I understand it's like that where you live, but then over here it's not like that. But with that said, like, you're right, bro. It's only a matter of time till everyone's touched. Because over here, bro, like it's different. Like the police here, like people they're not rude to the police, but they don't respect them because they're not on you like they are in the U.S., bro. Like they literally,
that is true.
The car here will have the lights on coming down the road to let you know, like, if you're doing something, stop doing it because I don't want to get on my car type shit. Right. And, but with that said,
I
bro,
will agree. The police here are completely materialized, and on top of the fact that I've been told this personally from cops, we don't hate a majority of the population. We're just tired of dealing with everyone. That including for whites. What I just dealt with the other day, that woman. I think honestly, the only reason why that woman didn't bother with the fact that I had the nunchucks and didn't run my social or even bother fuck with me, is just because it involved my child. If she had probably been called for any other reason, she probably would have handled me a lot more differently. But like, I get.
She would have flipped it on you more, huh?
Probably, So I mean, it just goes to say, like, as someone who like works with his police department, I can tell you, when you brought up the urgency and the facts to her, she just shrugged it off like, oh, well, our crime task force knows this and this. Ma'am, I've worked with your crime task force before, and I've reported how many probably pedophiles on Craigslist itself, and you people have done nothing about it, despite the fact that, like with the Facebook stuff, I have sent in proof that Facebook protects these pedophiles and doesn't do anything about it. So, and then you start to realize, wait, why is there more kids missing in my city? So,
that's bad, bro.
The crime in my city has gone up. The gun violence has gone up. It's not just black crime; it's white crime. And like I said, they're opening up casinos and other things here. But they can't fix potholes that are causing entire plows to rip out, the bottom of the truck. So again, where in humanity do we care? I think in all honesty, NPC, America has been in decline for a long time. So where you are is probably in the long run going to be a lot better than anything close to where the United States is, which is why they probably want us to fight against Canada. But time's going to tell, dude. I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
It's very early here, but yeah, no, Jake, I'll catch you later, dude.
Yeah, it was good talking to you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sleep easy, man.
Hopefully we
Neurojack, bro.
get another day.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah. I hope, man, there's brothers in peace over there, bro. I didn't realize it was that bad. You there, Neuro? Is he gone? Okay, he's gone. You still there, Neuro?
Yeah, I was just kind of tuning out. I'm about to go to bed, unfortunately. But
yeah, okay, yeah. That's messed up though, bro. Over there, bro.
Which one?
You need to get over. You need to get over here, bro. Get out of there.
Oh,
get out of.
I intend to eventually.
Yeah, whatever you need, bro. Though, I got you.
Yeah, honestly, Taiwan seems like really cool. I've never been there, but it seems like a really chill place. So I might have to eventually go check it out because it's like China, but like not.
It's like America, China.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's.
It exactly. Yeah. It's a nice place.
Twilight, welcome, by the way.
Twilight.
Yeah, I can definitely leave this going. I just might not be here. I just don't want to leave you guys hanging.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go because I think Ben just finished his homework. But one question though, guys, Iran is it gonna get bad? I know we can go on for hours talking about that, but I don't know. I just started to research it like a couple of days ago. Lightweight, is Trump gonna invade? You think?
Honestly, I wish they would just do something. I don't really care, honestly. I don't really think about Iran at all, honestly. So
that wouldn't be like a nuclear war, though, would it?
Twilight definitely. So
it's more the perception of what I think more necessarily what's going to happen. I mean, I'm sure things will get rocky, but honestly, I mean, I've been saying for 15 years now, the New World Order, when it actually comes into place, is going to be the best thing in sliced bread. I think people got
the best thing.
The best thing in sliced bread. It's gonna. Well, I'm saying that's gonna be the sales.
It's gonna take all the tension off, right? It's gonna take all the tension. And all
No. I'm saying that's gonna be the sales pitch.
Oh,
I'm saying that people are going to join it willfully. They think it's going to be like to your head, gun to your head, you must obey. No. They're going to be like, look, man, you want to live forever? You could upload your consciousness into this, mainframe or whatever. You want your dog? We can copy your dog. We can copy all its memories, and you can talk to it again.
Right, or what you were just talking about, like end all wars in a sense. Because look at me, I live in Taiwan.
Oh yeah,
like it's a beautiful thing. The only thing in my mind is like, oh, they can mess it up is China invading. Now if we can put that to rest and have a one world government, oh wow, what a good thing. So I can see that.
Bro, I'm not even
trying to sell that.
I'm not even speculating either. It says the old dream, the new code. For centuries, humans sought immortality through myths, monuments, and memory. Now we're attempting it through data. From memorial chatbots that mimic lost loved ones to AI avatars that preserve our voice, tone, and memory. We are quite literally trying to change who we are. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's happening in startups, labs, and even private homes. The rise of the digital. Yeah.
You just said it, bro, because like every time I look at Facebook, they have these like this guy goes, I'm gonna interview this billionaire. He's all, what's the secret? What's your message to the young people? And like nine out of 10 of these guys are always saying, start a data center. We need more data centers. We need more data centers. That's how you make money.
Right.
Yeah. I don't even know what a data center is, bro. Yeah.
Bro,
data
people
center.
believe in upload their consciousness. They don't even know what consciousness is, but they think they can upload.
Right.
So they
I
can
use way to say
survive.
awareness as awareness. Consciousness.
Right. Well, yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, at
Yeah.
the base, yeah. At the base level. It's awareness of itself. But I mean, they
But
think that it
the
comes from
hubris
the
to think they
brain.
can do it. Yeah, exactly. That's just a projector, not just a,
Right.
It's important. The brain, it's important, but it was like, come on, man. Where's it coming from? Who made the film? You know. Yeah. Neurojack, don't have any nightmares going to sleep.
Oh, well, I'll try not to. I've actually been having some really crazy, weird dreams, which I'm enjoying. Honestly, it's been pretty intense.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, like, I just started my second semester today, Saturday. So I have my writing classes, my high school students, and one of the books for reading is this book about this Mexican American storyteller, and this young lady, like a high school student, and her and her dad and a couple hundred scientists in the world are going off world because Haley's comet's about to hit the Earth and kill everybody. So the powers that be are getting the scientists off the planet and quote unquote elites to go reseed another planet. And it's funny, I'm reading the first chapter, and then I prepped myself. I went back to sleep last night, and I literally had a dream of that, bro. Like witnessing the like me in a spaceship and like the Earth like surrounded with this plasma. It was so wild, bro. Last night.
Yeah, that sounds like some Heaven's Gate style stuff right there.
No, let's just hope it doesn't happen, bro.
No, that like I actually want to pick your brain about some of that stuff because you know a lot about like the dream and like stuff like this stuff. Like I've never looked into that stuff, and I know Twilight knows a lot about it too. But like, you know, there's definitely something going on with like this kind of you know, like astral projection and like
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
stuff like that for sure.
Yeah,
Like
I
I've
love that
experienced, like,
stuff, man.
I literally am like living someone else's life when I'm asleep sometimes, like 100%.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Like
even
right
joking.
now.
So
Like right now, I used to think about like the neuro that's going to sleep right now is going to go to sleep in your dream world, and the neuro that's you know when you're dreaming is about to wake up as soon as you hit the sheets. That's how I look at my simpleton way of looking at it. Like
I got news for you, Jack. If you think you're not dreaming right now, then you're mistaken. It's just when you sleep at night, you're having an individual dream. When you awake, you're having a collective dream. That's all.
oh wait, break that down, unpack that. Twilight. What you just said. That was dope.
All right, you're having a collective dream based in natural law and on what people collectively experience as normal, and that you know everyone's collective consciousness is basically accept certain things as unifiable truth, you know, and so that's become the collective reality. When you go to sleep, you have your own, you know, you're in your own realm. Okay, you're not.
That's why
things
you
aren't
can
like
do more stuff, huh?
correct, because it's subjective. You're not bound by any laws because those laws don't exist in the subjective world. Part of magic is actually changing your objective reality into a subjective form, or more accurate, moving through it subjectively.
Okay.
So it's switching. Yeah, it's you dissolve the duality. It's all about dissolving duality. So like when you realize that light and dark are two sides of the same coin, they're not really in opposition, they're polarities. Okay, and they're both there to create illusion. Neither one is really the truth. They're both there to you know, be integrated. Not to so that's what it is, and then realize that like you're connected to everything else. Your original state is in connection with everything else. It's believing that there's a separation between everything that actually causes people to suffer.
Right.
and believing that there's distance, believing that there's, space and time. All this is something that we perceive, we experience. But time is an experience. It's not like something external. It's something that, in other words, it takes place inside. It's something that is experienced inside of you, is what I mean. Like you can't experience it outside of that.
Yeah.
Outside of your own. So that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Is
so
that why, like, when we're having a good time just stands still, right? Because we're outside of ourselves. We're like in the moment with our friends or in nature or whatever.
Right.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Well, you're in the vector of what's natural. You have the archontic vector and you have the natural vector. Okay, so like in the Gnosis, it's explained that the archonic vector is through simulations and copies. Okay, Carlos Castaneda called them the flyers.
Yeah, the flyers, the old seers, and all that. Inorganic
Islam
beings.
and pre-Islam called them the jinn.
The jinn, yeah.
Right. Christianity calls them demons. If you really understand what's being said, it's really the same thing.
Yes.
And what we're really talking about is not beings that are out there to get your soul, but beings that influence your ability to perceive reality properly, and trap you in this duality.
Yeah.
To where you're, no matter what you do, you're trapped because you're not a full being. You've been fragmented. You feel what I'm saying? So like you've been this is what like the Kabbalah is it just means the received tradition. It goes way back before any like Chabad and all this nonsense, that took it. It just means the received tradition. It goes way back.
Well, according to that guy, that channel America, what's it called? America. I love that channel. I love it so much.
Hidden America.
Hidden America, yes. Like he talks about a lot about how the Kabbalah is, basically the blueprint for the technology, the cybernetics, and the the computers and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. CCRU and Nick Land and all that. They took it to another level where he created hyperstition, which is a twisting of chaos magic, which originally started as shamanic, which is what my base is. Right. So I didn't literally like start in like this initiatory like ceremonial magic. I got into it later. My base is in shamanism and shamanic tradition. So I'm a little different than what's that?
To me, shamanism is the first religion, animism.
Correct. I would agree. Yes. Well, all pagan traditions were animistic. It wasn't until later on that they created anthropomorphic deities. They were always spirits of the earth, spirits of the elements, earth, air, fire, and water. That was it. Elemental things or planetary spirits. And really, that's what everything is. That's what the tree of life is. That's what all that shit is. Everything you add onto it later, people don't understand. They're like, oh, well, isn't the Kabbalah Jewish? No. You can take Tyr and Isis and Osiris and Set and Odin and Loki and whatever and put them on the tree of life.
Yeah, overlay it right there. Yeah, exactly.
It's a system of categorization and like how you take like the tarot cards and like the
Same way.
like alchemy and it's all just a way of organizing shit because it's the as above so below, as within so without, as the universe so the soul.
And the reason why it's so cool is because, and the reason why I think something like that is cool, Kabbalah, for example, is because it can give you a framework so you don't feel like you're going out of your mind sometimes. Like so, I mean, everything's gonna work out anyway, but sometimes it's better to know than not to know, I think.
Well, that's what it is, man. If you're doing practical like occultism and magic, like you will go literally insane if you try to like pull this information in. And especially if you're studying like what's going on in the world too, like bro, it's trauma integration, man. Like if you get away from all the spooky shit, okay, and the control, it's it's Satan, it's whatever the fuck. It's dude, no, bro, it's the dark side of the consciousness. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Then why do the elite do? Because they're failed magicians. Okay, it's simple, dude. If you pull in an energy, okay, that's based in fractured parts of your own psyche, and you happen to be, I don't know, from a bloodline that's been traumatized from the beginning, literally intergenerational. What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah,
you're going to be consumed by it.
Yeah.
You're going to be consumed by it. Yeah. And that's the whole point of why, you have. But like realistically, if I'm to be really real with you, and most people won't tell you this, is it's not about fucking like, oh, I'm going to be against the demiurge and all this shit, and this is why I don't like people who talk about this shit. So I'm going to be all satanic and evil and dark and whatever the fuck. No, that's dumb too. Mm-hmm. It's about unification of light and darkness.
Unification of opposites.
Really, because again, it's believing that you're somehow separate from everything else.
Yeah.
That's the delusion.
Yeah. That's why, and that's probably why, like, when I've had stupid online arguments in these spaces. However, it always happens with me. Like, I give it like a couple hours or a couple days. I'm like, really? You know what? I can almost understand where that person is coming from, even though they still seem like rude or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because in the end, it's like that person is me, is something inside me or whatever, and vice versa with them.
Right.
Yeah.
You're already So let me I'm actually writing a book on this shit because there's so many lies, and because I'm like on some Manly P. Hall shit. Of course, not at that fucking level of genius.
Oh, I love that.
But like, if you study Manly P. Hall, you'll understand that he had no formal education. A lot of people don't know this. He had no formal education, nor was he initiated into Freemasonry. But like, well, wait, what are you talking about? He wrote all this shit. He's self-initiated.
Initiated, yeah. I think that's why a lot of us are doing here. Or some of us, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Right. So some interpretations describe the Sephiroth and Qliphoth as parts of the same tree. The Sephiroth as branches bearing fruit, and the Qliphoth as the deep roots buried in primal darkness.
Yes.
While this is a valid metaphor, it can give the impression of separation. In truth, these forces are interwoven, not distinct. They occupy the same spheres, reflecting the light and primordial aspects of a single energetic structure.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because people used to go like, "Oh, the Qliphoth, be careful, man. That's dark. That's chaos, dark magic. Don't mess with." You should also definitely be mindful. But they were acting like it was so separate from the Sephiroth. Like, look, you're right. It's just it's a mirror of it. They're a mirror of each other. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, like, for instance, the spear of the sun is called Tifereth in the Sephiroth, and Vigirion in the Qliphoth. Okay? The Sephirotic aspect of the spear is represented as inner light. So if you think of like a big black, like dark matter, just like spear, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the outer shell, or husk, which is what Qliphoth means, is a husk or a shell. And that husk or shell is not like some darkness that consumes it. It's actually a husk that protects it from being from being damaged. Okay,
right.
So think of it as like dark matter. Okay, and it holds the sun. Okay, within it. So think of this big like dark matter like spear, and inside is this little like actual sun. Okay, inside of it. Okay, and so that's how it works. So you could see this as a mirror of the conscious and unconscious mind. So the unconscious is primordial and primal. It has to do with atavisms. It has to do with before our incarnation and before our, like, it goes into like genetic memory. Okay, if you look into what's called atavisms, that'll tell you a lot. which are traits that go back like many generations, and then they'll just like come back spontaneously after a period of time. So.
Yeah, he might have clicked out by accident.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
And he's probably with his work or
Right.
family or something. But yeah, I'm gonna shut this down just because I have to sleep. And I don't want to leave you guys hanging. But we're gonna do this again soon. And
I forget you don't sleep. Of course, I woke up.
Yeah, but we have some stuff to talk about later today, probably. So
meditation. Praise Jesus.
That's right. Praise Jesus and fast and meditation.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, appreciate you, Kai and Twilight, and everybody else who was here. I will shut this down now just because I gotta sleep, unfortunately. But I appreciate you guys a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
Man. Take it easy, brother.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.